Hello. I don't even know what studio I'm in, child. Coming from Instagram. Hey, y'all. Hey. Woo. So the stream that I scheduled, I guess I deleted that from YouTube. Anyway, y'all. Every day we're learning. Every day we're learning. Every day we're learning. Okay. Every day we're learning. The link didn't work, but I found you here. Isn't that crazy? I have to repost the link. Y'all, the live deleted from YouTube that was scheduled. Yes, you can join the live. Okay, so I am putting the link there. I'm gonna star this link. Star the link. Like, why y'all want to play? Okay, I started the link. Start the link. We're live. I start the link. If y'all want to join the stage. Hey y'all, hey. We're gonna let Kiara, I see you in the studio. We're gonna let's let some people join. We are going to bring you up to the stage in a second. Okay, y'all. I put the link to the studio in the comment section. It is starred. Okay, so if you want to join the studio, a few things. Okay, you know, I ever did my housekeeping rules. Number one, make sure that you have lights. Okay, I don't want you to be in your car and I can't see your face. Okay, so make sure you have lights. Okay, love y'all, mean it. Right? You got to start the question with "Dear Tisia," and your camera got to be on. Okay, can we start there? I'm loving this. Okay, we got some people here. Let's get started. I'm going to add. There's no sound. Studio is if you want to talk out loud to Tisia. Okay, y'all can hear me, right? Y'all can hear me. Why y'all talk about some there's no sound? Don't give me a heart attack today. There is sound. Thank you, Vivian. Thank you. Don't give me no heart attack today. So why am I lighting like that? You know, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna get some. Let's take this down. Ooh. Thank y'all for riding with me, because y'all know that I'm still learning. Yeah, I randomly said that I was gonna do my show live, and I've been thugging it out ever since. Okay, so all right, let's see if this does something. I've been thugging it out. Okay, that's doing something. I've been thugging it out ever since. But hey, here we are. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. So when this blow up, don't act like you knew me. Back then you didn't want me. Now I'm hot, you all on me. Don't act like, okay? Good lighting, thank you. You know, we're working on some things. You know, I have my sign coming, and I literally said, I was like, I'm gonna do some makeup, I'm gonna dress up, I'm really gonna make it a show. Give me next week things gonna be a little better, okay? But in the meantime, in between time, y'all here for the advice or not, okay? I wish was wearing that bralette, y'all. The way the internet went up about a bralette, the craziest thing that I bought that as a gym top. I think people were thrown off because I had on pants. If I would have had on gym bottoms, those girls are wearing bralettes in the gym. Are y'all okay? Don't y'all see girls in bikini tops and little tight shorts at the gym? Child, anyways, where our good sis Kiara go? We gonna add Miss Sharice to the stage. Oh my gosh, gorgeous! Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hold on, look, you making my lighting look like that. I know that's
Hi,
right.
Tisia.
Hey, girl. Hey, what is
I'm
going on?
oh, I'm not really here for
Beat,
huh? What you say?
face beat, outfit,
Oh, yeah.
laid, hair, all of that, everything.
I have to make sure if I go on a live, I look great. But yeah. I'm not really on here for advice. I'm just here to agree with you. First of all, I want to say I love your page. Love your
Thank you.
page.
Thank you so much.
But what you were talking about, I tried to join the Instagram live, but basically what you were talking about when you're like in this desperation mode of wanting a man so bad, you will attract the wrong person. That
Absolutely.
used to be me. Being that I grew up in church, we are very like male centered, taught to be male centered. So that used to be me. Like I wanted to be married so bad. I mean, I still do want to be married, but like I'm focused on other things now. I went back to school. I'm about to graduate my bachelor's in December. I'm about to move to DC next year. Thank you.
Congratulations. Hey,
Thank
cousin. I'll
you.
see you when you get here, girl.
Yes, I'm probably gonna be at CBC next year.
Okay.
Yeah, but like when I was in that mood of desperation, like I want to be married so bad. Yeah, I definitely attracted the wrong people. Got hurt. So it's definitely you're definitely right when you say like prioritize yourself, put your goals first, focus on yourself. And I'm sure like when people do that, they will attract what they need. I'm not dating right now because I'm trying to focus on like building for my future. But I know that once I get to where I want to be, that I will attract what's for me. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. I wish you the
Yeah.
best on all of your endeavors. You
Thank you.
have great energy. Sounds
Thank you.
looks and sounds like you're in a good place. Where are you moving from to DC?
I go to FAMU right now, so I'm in Tallahassee. It's so
Okay.
ghetto here. Like I just know that this place is not for me. Like the type of men that are here, I'm like, I know that I will attract the right man for me if I moved. Because I feel like it's all about proximity as well. But these men here too cheap. They too cheap for me. And every time I go out the house, I look like this. So every time I go out the house, people are always shocked. They always asking me where I'm going.
Right.
Somebody asked me, am I going to a wedding? Like y'all aren't used to seeing people put effort into how they look.
And where are you
So
from?
I'm from Orlando,
Oh,
Florida.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
But
yeah, they
like
got a little better aesthetic over there.
Orlando, yeah, but I feel like it's not like DC. Like my heart has always been in DC.
Ooh.
So because I want to get into like the political spectrum, work in legislation. So right now I'm getting my bachelor's in public relations. So I've been through a lot when it comes to like getting back in the groove with school, but I'm almost done. I feel like this is really gonna level up my life to where I want to be. So I was like, you got to go back to school so you can move to DC, so you can really get your life started.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm 26, so I sometimes do feel like I'm behind, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna keep thinking that because I know that I'm doing just fine. Like you said, no kids. I'm healthy. I'm in school. I'm about to graduate. I'm
Life is
doing
good.
good.
The skin glowing. Drinking your water.
Yes, this summer I dedicated myself to losing weight, so I lost close to 20 pounds. I haven't really been a like big, but like I wanted to be more toned.
I get
I've been in the gym for like 4 years doing weights. So I actually stopped doing weights. I do Pilates now. I do a lot of cardio, and I'm on like a calorie deficit during the week. So that's definitely like leveled up my life as well. And I got compliments like throughout the years, but this year since I lost weight, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, like
But you know what
who
too?
is this? Are you a model?"
Let me
Like,
tell you a trick
yeah,
about confidence. If you feel better, you're gonna really attract that. And I'm telling you, they're just that switch in itself. You couldn't have lost a pound. But once you start feeling
yeah.
better, you're gonna
Hmm.
just exude that energy and you're gonna be like a magnet to people. And so I mean you just congratulations, you got a lot of stuff,
Thank
good
you.
stuff, good stuff,
I'm
good.
excited.
And you graduate this
December.
December.
Thank God. Thank God. I've been through so much in front of school. When I transfer, this is my third school. I transferred to my second school. A lot of my credits didn't transfer because I went to a like a private Christian school. So
Yeah.
I basically kind of had to start over. And I'm like, you know what? I'm in my grandparents' house right now, living with them. I gotta go back to school and get out of here. So I got my associates 2023, and then I applied to go to FAMU, transferred to FAMU, and moved up here. I have to get out these people's house. They too strict. Pastors. I
You
love them, but like I couldn't do anything. So not saying that I was outside, but like curfew at 12, I'm getting too old for that. So yeah, I'm just happy that my life is moving in the way that I want it to. I do get disappointed sometimes because sometimes I feel like stuff isn't going my way, but I'm just gonna like keep my head up. I know that I'm doing what's right for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't stray too far now. I know a little taste of freedom.
Oh no, no, like I'm real chill. Like I'm not like I'm not in the streets. Like I just didn't want that curfew hovering over me and all of those rules.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm very like chill and disciplined and yeah. Hmm.
Absolutely. That's good. I'm excited for you. Well, I'm
Thank
excited
you.
for you. And CBC will definitely be a great
I
time
can't wait.
next
So
year.
it says September, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I move when my lease is up. I move in July. I start my job not in DC, but I start a hybrid position that I got, believe it or not, from going to homecoming. I said I'm gonna go to homecoming. We just finished family's homecoming. I'm gonna go to homecoming every day and go to all types of events to try to find a job.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, I was walking to go tailgate, and an attorney that was driving noticed me, and he asked to give me a ride because I was trying to look for like where exactly do I go. He gave me a ride to where I was supposed to go, and then like I was asking him and telling him I need a job, not knowing like what he actually is, but he ended up offering me a job. So I'm like, thank God I
Wow.
got a job. So I started my hybrid position in January, but it's just like people really are right when they say stay ready so you don't have to get ready, and like stay ready so like anything can happen when you are ready, when you look good.
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
that's a sign for me I'm on the right track. Yes.
Absolutely on the right track. Girl, you doing a good job.
Yep.
You doing a good job. Girl, you're gonna be just fine. Okay, that's really exciting.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for
Yes.
sharing that. Look,
I'm gonna let you go. Well, I'm gonna go, but thank you for letting me join the live.
you are so welcome. We'll see you soon. Keep us posted. Give us an update.
I will. All
Okay.
right.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Oh, so sweet. Sharice was sweet. If y'all want to join the live, come on to the stage. Okay, there's a link that is pinned. Okay, click the link. Click the link to come behind stage. Okay, y'all, click the link. What y'all got going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, y'all. Hey, hey, y'all. We still got people trickling in. Anybody wants to join the stage. Click the link. Do y'all need me to put it again? Click the link. Click the link. Let's see. Y'all got question in this box. Oh, so sweet. Vibes tonight. That was a great journey to hear. Absolutely. I see how tonight gonna go. Look, I'm over here like, all right now. Tasia, what's your opinion on appearance when it comes to men? I went out on 2 dates with a handsome man and he thinks he's the prize, and ugly men try to bring you down or cheat on you to feel worthy. I don't really know nothing about that. I don't really know nothing about that. I'll go off of how somebody treats me. Y'all know I don't really do pretty men like that. You know, I prefer medium ugly, but my preference over anything is adoration and respect. I don't play them kind of games. I don't play them kind of games. I don't have men. You know what? I don't have men that try to tear me down. Where y'all be finding these people? I think it's also because y'all don't know how to pick up on the small little things. I'm gonna tell y'all my screening process. I don't be running into these men. The moment I hear a little, you know, and I look for all type of things. I listen to how you talk about your ex. I listen to like even the background stuff of when I'm calling you on the phone, how you interact with people, how you feel about certain little things, how you talk about your parents, all type of stuff. Okay, all type of stuff. I don't play around. I never meet men that want to tear me down. Baby, I'd have been zipped through them men so fast, like, nope. I already know what type of time you want. I don't even attract those men. You know, I always make a joke that my dating life is trash because actually I have a great dating life. But I'm saying my dating life is affected because of my content and the things that I do. Okay. But it also keep a lot of creepy men away from me. Keeps a lot of people away from me. So I'm kind of grateful about that. Okay, we got Miss Arena to the stage. They will need to connect their mic cam before you can add them to the stage. So Arena, see if your mic and camera can be connected. Not sure if you're on your phone, but Tori, I'm gonna come to you before. Let me know when you're ready. Turn your camera on. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Hey, gorgeous.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing? Skin
Good.
glowing.
Thank you. I just finished washing my face, so I'm like
I know
super
that's
excited.
right. Look, I need to go wash mine. It's hormonal. I'm about to be on my cycle in like a couple weeks.
Girl, let's
Huh,
not talk about it because
girl.
yeah, I've been like low key raging like all week. But I have good news. I've been following you and a couple of other pages for the last maybe 3 years. I was in a 7 year relationship with my ex. I was 18 when we met, and we were together until I was 20, almost 26. So I would say right at 6 years.
What a
Oh my
tragedy.
goodness. What
What
I
a
say, you took me to the
tragedy.
ringer.
18 to
The
26.
ringer. Hmm.
You sound a little muff. Are you by your speaker on your camera? Okay, yeah, maybe sure
Is it
air
better now?
a little bit. You sound a little distant, a little echo, like a little distant.
Is it better now?
Yeah, that's better.
There we go.
Yes, 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 better, better, better.
But I always watch you and a couple other names. I'm not gonna drop them here. This not their platform. But
Period.
I just woke up and decided that I was just sick of it, honey. Like I'm just over it. Like I was too accepting to some things,
Mhm.
and I was young and inexperienced, especially because it was my first, like, let's say, serious relationship, real relationship. But it wasn't real because he didn't treat me well. So now that I know what doesn't make sense, I know what does make sense. And I was single for about a year and accidentally ran into a guy with one of my friends. I'm in nursing school right now. I graduated in May, and we were at a trail ride because I live in Alabama. And she was like, "Oh, I have a family friend." And since I've met this man in the last month, he has shown more intentionality, more kindness,
Hmm.
like
Ah,
gifts. Like it's been what 7 weeks we've been dating. I get a fresh set of flowers every week. Like it's not a moment that I call his phone and he doesn't answer, like first ring. Like introducing me to his family, respectful, kind, and all of it started was because I woke up and decided that I wasn't gonna take BS off of nobody. Like
you can be treated by a man, treat be you can be treated better by a man in 7 weeks than a man you spent 9 years with. Okay. Huh. I know that's right. But you know what's interesting that I think is worthy to point out about what you said? You said it wasn't real because he didn't treat you right. Oh, it was very real. And I'm going to tell you that all the things that you learned from that relationship that prepared you to be able to receive and know what to look out for and what you won't tolerate, you can't discount that. And so,
yeah,
even though you wasn't in the best spot and you weren't requiring the best treatment from that man, it is very real. And even our bad experiences shape our future. Okay,
yeah,
very real, very real. We spent a lot of time with them. Your developmental years was with him.
yeah. Because I'm
All
almost
your
20,
20s,
and it's like, geez, so
girl. Mm.
and I'm not mad at myself for doing it because I don't live in a space of regret. Like I would do it again because even though he wasn't as sincere, I'm not gonna say he wasn't as sincere. I'm gonna say he wasn't as prepared as I was to be committed. I meant everything that I did, so I don't hold it against him that it ended the way it did. And I would do it again. But I'm just so glad I crashed out and left him alone. Like I sit back and I think about it like that was the best thing you ever did.
I hear you. And you know, a man, I always say this, can change the trajectory of your life. So you got to be careful.
No, seriously, because when we were together, like, of course, I was young and I got my first degree, but he was the primary breadwinner. So I wasn't looking at school like it was a priority because I was centered on making sure that he was happy and he was satisfied. And I kind of walked away from pursuing nursing school. So I started nursing school last summer after we broke up. And what took me so long?
You know what the craziest thing is that once upon a time I was talking to this guy and he was sharing that he was sharing why he doesn't like have sex with particular women that he's dating. And I think he was basically explaining that depending on their lifestyle, depending on their aura, depending on just their personality and just their overall kind of steez, like he was basically saying like it's dangerous to enter them portals because the people that you enter, it will diminish your life. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like, it'll even I even picked up bad habits from these people. You
Yes.
know, like I picked up bad habits from them. And he was like, it, you know, I think a part of it was he was saying like this is why I dodge like actually having sex with people because I mean clearly like you know it's a bonds and you know you can pick up stuff and things like that. But he was like even like energy behavior, and so basically we ended up talking about how you know even with his partner now that he probably would be a different man if he wasn't nesting with this particular person. And no shade to his partner at all, right? But I think to your point, it's like what took you so long? You was in the wrong portal, baby. A lot of times, the people that you attach yourself to, you won't even realize you in a dark hole. You won't even realize that you had so much potential. You won't even realize that you've been slacking on so much stuff because that person will bring you down. And I'm gonna tell y'all, it's so tricky because it's not just oh you're ambitious and you got a good job and you want to be great and this person doesn't have any ambition. It could even be like simple things where this person is a procrastinator, this person is always late to something. It's small little things, right? And you look up and your life is behind because you didn't have nobody on go next to you, right? You don't have anybody holding you accountable. You don't have it. It don't have to be. This person can be functional and can be seemingly successful. But if you a dog and you have like astronomical growth and potential in you, you'll never reach it if you tied to the wrong person. And I'm gonna tell you, the wrong person, it could be little bitty nuances. You'll be like, yeah, I'm going on. I'm gonna be a pescatarian starting next week, and then here it come, and that person cook steak and potatoes. That person is watching you eat something and you just said no accountability, right? And if you attach yourself to the wrong person, you'll never reach your peaks and your heights. So I'm telling you that. You talking about what took you so long? You was in the wrong portal,
And
laid up
that's
with the wrong man.
and it's absolutely right because I sit back and I think about it because nursing school, because I do believe in God, and I feel like certain paths are like preordained for you. Because I always knew that I wanted to be in the medical field. I just decided that what he envisioned for me was more important than what I had envisioned for myself, and that's dangerous, especially being so young.
Ooh,
Like I'm in therapy as well, so I was frustrated with myself. Like, how dare you allow someone to be able to decide what you should be capable of? Because in his eyes, I should have just been a housewife, and it was cute at first. Like, it was super cute at first, until I realized that I didn't have any control over my own resources, and I found myself in some
yeah.
really situations because I've isolated because it was what was best for you to be able to have what you wanted from me.
Let me say this too. I have an episode on Dear Tisia, my podcast, and we were talking about one of the red flag reports was about Steph Curry and Aisha, right? And long story short, I had my homegirl in my peanut gallery, and we were talking about that. Like, I hope the man for me, like I hope my husband can see the light fading in my eyes. So you know, basically Aisha was saying like, I didn't really want these kids. Well, I wasn't ready to have kids. No, she did say that. She said I didn't really want kids. I didn't really want this life, and I never envisioned this being my life. And
Right.
I said that, man, I pray that I marry a man that can see that I like you got so much more in you. Maybe this is not what you want to do. Maybe this is not. This ain't no shade to Steph, right? But you know, sometimes I think we could just fall in line with something, and it happens so fast because somebody else's desires has overcome the entire situation, and then you look up and you on a program.
And then those rose colored glasses are so real because I didn't know who I was for me to be able to understand that I was infatuated. Like my behaviors changed because I was more in love with the idea of what you represented than who you really were. Because then the rose colored glasses come off and I see who you really are. And it's like, oh, we don't even get along. Like,
Huh?
I like you like
You
that.
really
You
get
don't
along.
like we in here beefed up.
Apples and oranges. Listen, apples and oranges. Giraffe to a turtle.
Like,
And we were
and it,
just talking about this on the live about compatibility. Sometimes people don't understand. It may sound like a nuance, but you end up putting the 80 on the 20 and the 20 on the 80. Nobody cares about love and loyalty. Compatibility is what's going to take you far.
yes, and I will learn. And I was talking to my therapist about it because I was journaling a lot. Like after that breakup happened, it was a lot. I'm not gonna go too much into it, but I left heartbroken, like genuinely a different person, like depressed and insecure and just altogether not well. I'm gonna just put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I was writing in my journal and I was telling my therapist, like, I don't know who I am outside of being in this relationship.
Yeah.
And I spent the last, I'm gonna say, before I started nursing school, I spent about 6 months just doing the things that made me happy again. Like I used to roller skate a lot when I was younger. I started roller skating again, and I started going to thrift stores because even though I can afford other things, like I just like to see what I can find. And
Yes.
you
Yeah.
know, going to
I
have
love thrifting. I love to thrift, girl.
it's a vibe, honey. Like, I literally just got another ice maker, and
I love I love to thrift.
but I found so much joy in myself. So now the partner that I have now, I can appreciate that he's not trying to take me out of my comfort zone. He wants to be where I'm comfortable at. Like he comes to my church rather than feeling like Sundays aren't that important because it's part of my routine. So you've integrated yourself into what I want to do without overstepping.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, if you would have me, I would come. He's super respectful to my family. His mom is kind to me, which is something that I didn't have in my last relationship, like night and day. And just my only comment now is take time to know yourself. Like, just know who you are and don't kind of stray away from it.
Oh, this is the night of testimonies. Okay. Look, I love this. I love it. You ain't wrong, friend. Absolutely. Take time to know yourself. And I'm gonna tell you that, I mean, it's kind of hard to do it while you're in it.
Hmm.
But we talk about this all the time. Black women experience depression, can experience depression differently than other women. And one of those symptoms are simple things like irritability. But a big thing is that you lose interest in things that you once did. And some people don't even realize that even when you with these people, you slip into a depression real quick. And it's not even just like, oh, I lost myself. And you're depressed.
Yeah.
Like you're literally clinically depressed, you know. And so that's a big thing too. It can look so differently. And sometimes it's just like, why you always irritated? Why your fuse so short? Why you got road rage? Why you not roller skating no more? Those things that you know that you used to do, and that can really look that can really be depression as well. And so that's all to say that the wrong man will suck the life out of you too.
I'm saying hair falling out. Like, don't be like me. And it's just funny because I escape with no kids. Like I like to say the word escape with
Ooh.
kids. And a lot of girls are not as covered spiritually as I am because I couldn't imagine having to parent with this person. And it
Mm.
wasn't like we was okay. It wasn't like it wasn't a possibility. It just didn't happen. And I'm just so glad that I got away with nothing but broken heart. Nothing but a broken heart. Because it could have been way worse.
I
Like,
I have so many stories about, man, women in my inner circle that were planning a child with a man and for years never got pregnant, and that relationship didn't work out. And I always say this, man, God will show God your plan and he will laugh. God will block a whole bunch of stuff. You ever seen these people? Look, what was it? And this ain't no shade. Chloe was with Lamar Odom all them years, came out, got knocked up. You, you will be shielded from the people you're not supposed to have them kids with. Okay. If you ever wondered why you was up, this man shooting up the club every single night, y'all not even thinking about protection, and you never got pregnant, never got pregnant. Go to the gynae. Nothing wrong. High egg count. Everything looks fine. I don't know what's going on. Or we know what's going on. You ain't supposed to have no kids with that man.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all.
Imagine, like,
What's
girl.
the song? God blocked it. Why wouldn't let go? Listen, God blocked it, baby. God blocked it. So many man, God be blocking stuff. I'm telling you. Why you think you never got pregnant with that man? Because you weren't supposed to be with him. Telling you.
It's the best thing that ever happened to me because now, I mean, I'm closer to 30 than I am to 16 at this point. And I don't think that is the worst thing that could happen to me because my 30s are going to be different. Like, I'll be in my dream field. I'll be surrounded by people who care about me because even my family kind of took a step back from me because of the relationship. So
Isn't that the worst?
having my mom as my best friend again, like having
And
life and doing the things that make me happy. Like, I literally just went to an apple, what is it, a field or orchard, something, and I was just in there just skipping. I know the people looking at me crazy, but I'm like, freaking sweet.
joy. Joy. Happiness is different than joy. We're talking about joy. You're lighter, you're glowing, peace of mind, okay, freedom, happy. Like, man, that's like joy when you find yourself skipping around a apple orchard, okay. But baby, you just, that is joy. That is joy. And I'm gonna tell you this, man. Some people, I have learned so much through coaching women that there's so many women that do not have close family, right? There's a lot of things happening in people's family dynamic.
Yeah,
If you have your people close to you, try your best to keep them close.
yeah,
Man, I've always said this, being somebody very close to a domestic violence situation. Like, I've watched people very close to me go through a domestic violence situation. And it's like, am I going through it? No. But nobody talks about what it's like to watch people that you care about go through terrible relationships.
yeah,
Terrible relationships. It's hard. Even when you see what's it called? Intervention.
yeah.
It's a family affair. Everybody got to stop giving the person the addict money. Everybody got to write that letter and put they bottom line down. Everybody has to say, if you call mama, mama gonna say no. If you call your daddy gonna say no for the money. Like, it's the same thing. Like, your family is now putting all the pieces together because you just in la la land, completely brainwashed by a situation, and your family just sitting there looking just sad, girl. It's a hard thing to watch.
Itsy foolish. Like, and I'm just grateful that rather than judge me and talk about me, they prayed for me and they just left me alone.
Ooh.
They didn't treat me poorly because I was making poor decisions.
Man, listen. It is so hard for people not to treat you poorly when you're making poor decisions and decisions that they don't agree with. That is a word. Keep them people in your pockets, okay? It don't get no better than that. That's the definition of wealth, okay? It don't get no better than that. God bless some people, and I'm glad they prayed for you, and I'm glad they prayed you through it. And I'm gonna tell you this: you never know when people coming out of it. You never ever know. And I know it's like, girl, she went back 10 times, and girl, you don't know when they coming out of it. You don't know when that light bulb go off, and you like, I've seen it with my own two eyes.
Yeah. And we all got a bad habit. Like, it's just really easy for people to pay more attention to your habit than their own. But we all have something that's not beneficial. Like, you might be a smoker, and I be letting this man knock my head between the washer and the dryer. Both of them got bad results. Like, you don't get to talk about me.
Right,
Like,
right, right. Mhm,
but
mhm.
I'm super grateful for your channel. Like, I literally send your crash outs to my friends when I think they being goofy. And with my Instagrammers that I follow, like, thank y'all, because the conversations that y'all have are not conversations that the women in my life are having. Because
Uh-huh.
my aunties and my mom, they've all been married 20 plus years, so it's really difficult for them to be able to explain what dating should be like because
Mhm.
it's been since they've done it. And typically they married the man of their youth. Like, my auntie, she got married, she was 24. My mom got married, she was like 23. So they didn't go through the late 20s and single phase of it all.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I appreciate the sound advice. So you got a forever word.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for sharing. I'm not sure if you even, sometimes women get on here and I could pick up all type of energy. Like your nervous system seems so regulated.
Oh,
Don't
thank you.
ever take it for granted. Like, girl, you seem so monotone and cool and calm.
Girl, it's
Not a
just so
problem in the world, girl.
control the controllables. Like, if anything is stressing me out right now, it's definitely my instructor up here at this university. But because what's the point of complaining about something that you have no control over? Like, do what you're supposed to do and get out of
Mhm. Hold on, y'all. Y'all didn't see that.
there.
Y'all didn't see that. What a
Nope.
raggedy
Just
live,
do
child.
what you can. Do what you can with what you have, and the rest of it
Hmm.
will come into play whenever it can. But me and my little puppy,
I love that. I love that for you. I love that for you. Well, girl, enjoy your good man, Savannah. I know that's right. I know that's right, girl. Enjoy. Them your reparations for all the years you missed.
I feel like he owed me money, don't you? I don't know. I feel like I need to find a lawyer and set up a lawsuit against my ex. Like, you owe me something. Like, yeah. No, but
But
I
he didn't pay his price. Trust me,
because
he
finding
didn't pay his price.
the way that I cared about him, I want to see that happen. Like, I want to see the next situation.
Mhm.
Just from
Mhm.
a point, not for anything other than just. It's,
Mhm. Awesome.
thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you for sharing, Tori. Well, we off to two good testimonies. I love to see it. I love to see it. Keep us posted, okay?
I will. Thank you.
You're
Bye.
welcome. I didn't mean that. I know that's right. God bless her. Okay, Janaya. Y'all, if y'all want to come into the studio, there's a link that is started. I done started 3 times, y'all. So if you have questions, you can put them there. I'm not really hitting the questions today, but if y'all have a live, if y'all want to join my live and come into the studio to ask a question, let me know. Oh, well, excuse me. Look, baby, look, y'all ain't gonna show me up, okay? I ain't coming on here with this. I've been raggedy for the first live I went raggedy, but 2 lives in a row. Okay, look, y'all ain't gonna show me up. I know that's right.
Hi, sister.
Honey. Hey, girl. Hey.
I'm 20. I watch a lot of your videos and stuff like that, so I get a lot of input and wisdom from that. My story is not. It's a testimony, but it's a little ugly. Like,
Okay. Okay. Let's talk about it.
I wrote it down so I don't ramble, so I can keep myself on pace. So I was just saying. Okay, so I don't date men with kids. I don't have any kids, but I recently gave one a chance.
You say you're 22.
22.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
I recently gave one a chance, and I don't know. I think I kind of fell more not in love with his character, but I think that's what highlighted it for me. So I'm like, let me just see. Even though I know it's a non-negotiable, but anyways, that turned out very ugly. I didn't realize I was being love bombed, but he love bombed me, and all this other stuff was talking about manifesting me to be his wife and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I was always asking questions about the dynamic with him and his baby mother because he has 2 kids by her. One is 5 and one is 1. And recently he started getting very frustrated with me. And I'm like, okay, am I nagging him too much? Like, because he always will be like, I want you to understand me and trust me. And I'll be like, okay. And then I'll ask a question. We'll be doing good or we'll go on a date or something. I'm like, you said this. Like I would just ask random questions. So he recently started being super distant with me. And this week I'm like, did I sabotage a good man? Because he was being open and honest and da 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 da. And he was being distant with me. So he finally called it off. Because I'm like, what are we doing? Like, because he would text me, ask me if I see a future with him, and then he would be like, I think I'm gonna focus on myself, and it would be back and forth. And he's 25, by the way. So he cut it off. And it was a mutual agreement. I was like, okay, whatever. I release you, whatever. And something told me to reach out to his baby mother. And I know you don't go to women as women, but I'm like, I know I'm not tripping. Like, I need to know that if I messed it up or if he was actually, or what I was feeling was true. So I reached out to her and she called me. She's like, me and him is actually together. And she showed me a bunch of receipts. And I was like, you're lying. But my question after all that is,
You lost me, friend. Go ahead. But go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
my question, so you could get on me
I'm
and like,
listening.
but should I just jump into the question?
Yeah. What's the question?
My question was, should I stop dating for a while after something like this, or how do I not, allow the next man to pay for, what he did? Because the love bombing and him doing stuff, I didn't realize I was being love bombed, but
I don't want the next man to come and do those things and then he feels like I'm treating him less than because I'm not budging because I'm like, oh, like that's I don't know.
A man a man can't play you if you're not playable, okay? And so a lot of times people are so hyper focused on how do I avoid men that are, how do I not, let the next person come in and they pay the price for a man. You fix yourself, fix what's going on with you. That's really the main thing. Like, you skipped over some red flags, you went against your intuition, which is the most powerful thing that you have, okay? And then you pulled a rookie move and you reached out. We all done been there, especially for a man with two kids. Y'all crazy don't be kind of depending on the person. It's like, if I was like, if this man was paying my bills and I was so in love and I was this and I was that, that man, maybe I'll go a look, maybe you'll see a little cuckoo out of me. But y'all be doing this from people that just not, you know what I'm saying? What made you? Why did you need that validation to know if it was true or not?
Okay, because so it wasn't like he wasn't doing nothing. Like that wasn't the case. He was actually doing stuff. He was. I know it probably don't matter, but this is what it was like. Okay, like he's pretty consistent. He was paying for. He was filling up my gas. He's taking out my trash. He was doing a lot in that area when it come down to generosity, which is cool, whatever. So I was like, okay, it's not like he's broke or whatever, and he's also generous. He prays with me and all this other crazy stuff.
Hmm.
And he's okay. So it's all those things that played into it. So I'm like, okay, like, but the two children under five thing was still playing in the back of my mind. But what made me do it is because I was like, I don't know, because I watch, like, I listen to what other people say, whatever, like lives and stuff about relationships and how do I be a better whatever. They said a nagging woman is never. I didn't know if I was being a always asking him questions about the dynamic between him and his baby mother because he would lie to me so good and tell me like, no, that's done. I'll keep you if you want to come with me and my kids or whatever. And so I'm like, okay, he's being open and he's willing to bring me around, but needless to say, it was bait because
Did you ever see the reel that I made when I talked about that? If a man said, "Oh, I'll call her right now," you want me to call her, and you're like, "Oh no, it's okay," like, because you feel like, okay, if he should let him bring her, why didn't you let him bring you around?
wait, why did I let him? It was one of those.
The manipulation. Yeah. Textbook. Textbook. Okay. And you gotta live, you gotta be around, have a couple more twirls around the sun to really know a lot of that. But that's just typical textbook.
He
Oh yeah,
bites.
you can come if you want to, and then you're gonna assume that, oh wow, he is so open. He don't mind. He can't be hiding nothing. He can, if he gonna bring me around this girl, he can't. Baby, that is a textbook manipulation tactic. Okay.
Yeah.
The other thing is that I'm just still wondering why you needed that confirmation from her. And when I say that, is that it's not that I feel like you. I'm not like so perturbed that you did that. But it's like, if you don't find other reasons within yourself to to feel strongly about it, even if you don't know, even if there's a why, you'll constantly depend on, you don't want to be the receipt girl. Oh, I got receipts, or I need receipts. Sometimes you gotta move on, and you gotta take exactly, even the things that you don't even know. You feel a certain kind of way about something, you gotta move forward with it. Don't
Yeah.
be the one that have to check for receipts or to find out or anything like that. And also, it's, man, who want to be the one to, hey Barbara, this is Shirley. Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Well, to answer your, it doesn't validate it, but I was like, because again, like I was feeling what I was feeling, but I'm like, I need a, I guess what made me on with clarity, whatever, was to know, okay, if I sabotage this and let me go back and go and sure I'm not sabotaging any more relationships. And then also I was like, okay, well if I was right, then I don't need to ever question what I'm feeling again because I never been in contact with a narcissist, so he would make me feel nagging him too much. So I really thought, okay, I asked him too many questions. Like I should just shut up, whatever. In my head, I was like battling with those two. So I'm like, if I do reach out to her, then okay, I look like Boo Boo the Fool. But I also can. I don't know. It was dumb. I knew I shouldn't have done it, but it also made me be like, okay, so I wasn't tripping, and then it was kind of one of those. But I
Mm.
knew I moved on whether or not.
Kiara, I see you in the studio. You'll be up next. But no, my thing is that what I'm saying as well is that you lost your power because when you, let's just say you date like somebody that's outside of your type, a man with 2 kids, and I don't even date men with kids, can make me feel like I'm nagging a lot. You get what I'm saying? Like you got in it and you also let the lesser be the most. It's like, baby, you got 2 kids under 5. Who you talking to? You know what I'm saying? Like there has to be like a vantage point, like perspective check
Mm-hmm.
of certain of how far you're willing to go when somebody was not even really in your, and this is why I don't date men that I'm not compatible with in that way, because my trump card is always going to be like, I never even was gonna date you or mess with you like that anyway. You get what I'm saying? And so you don't ever want to be in that predicament where that's the card that you pull. You know, it's like how you let a man with 2 kids and you don't even date men with kids have that kind of hold on you where they're making you seem like you're the problem when really they are doing stuff. He was with the girl. Don't call nobody else though. Don't reach out to her. Don't.
She been sending me a lot of stuff, but I'm cutting it off because it's like you ain't gonna leave him. I just want to
It's
know.
not cut off already.
No, 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 wait, no. With me and him is cut off, but I haven't blocked her since It was yesterday actually when I reached out to her. It wasn't like it was a week ago. It was actually it was just yesterday. But I'm definitely gonna block her today. Just kind of go about my business. But I reached out to her, so I was like, I don't want to just abruptly just kind of I don't know. So I didn't want to.
What did he say?
He sent me a paragraph actually from a different number, and he was just like, he was telling me I'm lying and all this other stuff, and I'm mad because he left, and it making me feel like it a bunch of stupid stuff, basically.
Wait a minute. He's mad because you left. You're mad at him because he left.
Making it seem like I'm mad because well, we both mutually ended it, so I don't know, but he's making it seem like I'm mad because he left me. He's running with the narrative that I'm mad because he ended things with us, basically. So
Mm.
eh,
Yeah, well, you got your answer. Next time you know that your intuition is a great compass. It's gonna tell you exactly what you need to know.
yeah,
No need to reach out. Mm.
yeah, I did because I was kind of with that being a non-negotiable. I'm like, okay, let me just see. But now I know I would never ever date a man with no kids. But what would you say to me? Because I know you said earlier I need to basically do some self work. What can I do today or tomorrow and really, to I don't know, like what would you say to
What
me?
do you feel like was the reason that you accepted the 2 kids?
Well, it's because his character. We used to work at a job together, and before it got here, before we both left, because pretty much everybody left the job from when new management came in. But he was cool. Like we were working out together. It was really cool. We were having deep conversations before we even talked about us getting together. It was after we left where things started to move a little bit deeper from his end, and I was like, I started to entertain it, and then it went from there. He never told me he had kids. I found out from our coworker, but even with me knowing he had kids, I was like, he don't
Hold
know.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Oh God.
He never told you he had kids. You found out for from a coworker.
But that was when we was working there. So before he showed interest or whatever, he just my coworker just like Janaya, he like you, but I'm just letting you know he got 2 kids, just to let you know. And it was kind of one of those things. And he later told me over the phone, and he told me he didn't want to say it automatically because he gets disappointed. Because when women hear he got 2 kids, they stop talking to him. So he wanted me to see his character first, which is what I seen first, which is what
Don't you think that's suspicious?
no, very, very, very. But I very. I try to look at stuff from other people's shoes too. 'Cause I'm like, it's very suspicious though. Nevertheless, it's suspicious.
Let me tell you this. A parent, this is not like, hey, I live in a particular area. Hey, I like long walks on the beach. Hey, I write with my left hand, on my right hand. It's, hey, you're a father of 2 and you're pursuing me non-platonically. I don't care what nobody say. That's things that need to be talked about up front. Why would you want to hide that? Why would you want to bring somebody into your space without letting them know the full picture? Let me make my own decision. That's manipulative and it's scary. It's like I would know more about you. Even if it's not really even about the kids, but there are just things I'm gonna assume about somebody that's a dad of two under, under five. And that's a lot of different categories. One, you ain't got as much money as I think you got.
That part.
Okay, because you got two toddlers, right? You probably are short on time. If you were active dad, you
Mhm.
may not have as much time. There may be nuances with me meeting your kids, or I mean that's things up front. Like why wouldn't he tell you, that's just suspicious behavior?
Yeah.
I don't know. And when you say his character, I think you really found out that his character wasn't really like that, because even always be careful and pay attention to how somebody handles even like a breakup, or like those last kind of arguments. He ain't even taking accountability. He's like, "Oh, you mad? Oh, you mad because I walked away?" Girl, petty,
Yeah. I never
deflecting.
knew what to look out for. This is my first situation because I only ever been in two relationships and that was years ago. So I never knew what to look for. I didn't know I was being love bombed, but I was also questioning at the same time. So I didn't know he was love bombing me. I thought he was being open, honest. I was taking bait. He invited me to his church and then uninvited me and told me it's because of his position. And I just slowly started to realize these things. But yeah, it's a lot.
Where is your family?
They're here too. I'm from New York, but I moved on my own to North Carolina to kind of check it out. I have family down here though. So yeah.
What's that like? I'm trying to figure out how you attracted him.
Like what's your specific question? You said so I can answer it.
What was your house? Describe your household growing up.
So I lived in a two-parent household. And then my mother and my dad split and she got remarried. And then they later divorced. So that was pretty much it. I moved out the house. I think it was like 2023, I think. So I've been on my own ever since. But I grew up in a two-parent household. It was a little toxic a little bit with the second marriage. And the first a little bit. But I was growing up on love too, so I'm not gonna make it seem like it was just super toxic and that's all they showed me. But it was a little bit toxic.
What do you think you've seen from your father and how to date?
Well, my dad was always a dad who did everything. My mother didn't have anything, but my dad was also what's the word? Uh it's a word. I'll say cheating. I know it's a better word or whatever. But he was also stepping out on the marriage. And my mother stayed. He had kids. My mom had 10 kids now, not by my dad, five. So that's what I've seen with that marriage. So
So your mom has 10 children. Are you close with your siblings?
yeah, I'm close to my siblings. I don't. They all in New York, but I'm the only one. Listen, I'm close with them. Yeah.
Okay, and how did your father treat you?
Um, well, he was always a provider, so as a little girl, I was, laying in bed with my dad, doing all the kid things, and then as he got older, I think he was mostly outside of the house. Like I said, he was stepping out of marriage, but he was always a provider, so he barely was home. Um, we aren't super close, but it's a work in progress. Like I can still call my dad about something. But
Did you crave a better relationship with him?
I did. I still do. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean this with love, because I know you said you're only 22, but there's gonna be a time, and that's just with work in progress, and just honestly just living a little longer, where you're gonna start connecting the dots, like a lot, like, and this ain't just no shade, love a lot of respect to your mom, but like 10 kids is a lot, and so you can just get like lost identity in there, right? It's like, well, you may be getting hand me downs from your other siblings. You may just be like in a pool of people. Your mom is probably stressed out and a lot of things going on. So it's not really a lot of intentionality and love and adoration. And a lot of times when it's just a lot of you all, it's hard to really make each child feel individual. And so a lot of times you're seeking this, like, you want your individual kind of parent, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you want to feel like there's a individual and unique space for you, and it's really at times when parents have that much of a load, y'all, they just glob y'all together. Hey, y'all, come on, get in the car. Everybody, come on, get in the car. We going to Walmart, right?
Literally.
So it's kind of hard to build a relationship individually with your parents if it's just so many of y'all. So that can be a lot. And then what happens is that you end up seeking that outside, right? And so it don't take, I always say it's about being kidnappable. It don't take that much. It come one little person to be like, hey Janaya, I love your hair, girl. Good morning. What you doing, beautiful? And it, baby, you in the car, kidnap. You in the van, kidnap, baby. All they talking about some, hey, I got a cookie, I got some candy in the car, I got a puppy. You want to see the puppy? And that's you in the car, baby, kidnap. And so you have to, you'll start to see a little bit of that, because when people like, oh, I lived in a two-parent household, was it two-in
Right.
or was it one-in? Was it a two-parent household posing as a zero household? You get what I'm saying? A lot of times it be two of y'all in there, the parents sleeping in different rooms. Like you said, your dad is outside, he dating other people, he cheating and lying, your mama, working three jobs. And so it's like it doesn't really give two-parent households. So I feel like you are very green and kind of discovering some of the nuances that probably have affected how you date today. And this ain't the worst thing you could come across. Like, people in their 20s that kind of have a shaky upbringing, you probably are going to run into a couple bad apples, right? How are you dating currently? Are you still dating now?
Before that I was dating, but my cutoff game was, if I see one little thing, I'm cutting somebody off. Right. I'm not dating nobody now. I just stopped talking to him. But my dating, how I do it, I guess I communicate with the person and we go out on a date, and kind of goes from there. Like, it's no special way that I really do it.
Are you close with your mom?
Yeah, I'm close to my mom. I have wounds from my mom, but I'm close to my mom at the end of the day still. So it's
What is the category of those wounds?
the category. Can you give me an example so I can answer it correctly?
Yeah, sure, 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 sure. When I mean, like, is this sometimes a mom could have just been unavailable.
Okay.
Sometimes a mom was in cruel and just abusive, right? Sometimes the mom is suffering from addiction and just was like, so like, what is the category of the wounds? Like, what and I'm saying that honestly because sometimes people just don't want to share all their business, on here. So like, what is the category of it? Do you feel like you had, discontent with her for what reasons?
So my mom, like I said, she has 10 kids now. So a lot of the times, I love my mom. A lot of times women stay with a man and they have kids by him, and they think it'll keep the relationship. So that was a lot of the times that was the case. I'm not gonna say all the time, but that was most of the time. That's how my dad came, whatever. But and a lot of them, I have brothers too. I feel like, and I know you see on social media the girls get treated worse than the guys. So it's kind of like that. I was getting beat, whatever. Throughout, growing up, my mom, she always kept. I know it don't matter, but she always kept my hair done. She always kept us good, and we were doing little stuff together. But that's pretty much that's those are two of the major wounds that we never really talked about, because I feel like my mom had to carry this burden, and she didn't really get the love that she deserved, because she was always, it always kind of, depended on a man and stuff. So I never really expressed that to her, because I already feel like she already dealt with all this for years, and now she's not stuck with 10 kids, but that was pretty much her lifestyle. So I don't know if that answered.
I know it's great that you have empathy for
Mhm.
your mom. It's really great to really understand that adults are just older children, right? And there are definitely things that your mom experienced, but you want to make sure that you're not mingling the two, and like giving so much grace to her circumstance because she chose some of those things, right?
Mhm.
And lightening your own trauma because of what she's been through.
Okay.
It's hard. Like, two things can be true. Like, your mom could love your mom so much and she could have been unavailable. You could love your mom so much and you can feel like there was a neglect there and that she chose a lot of other things over you. And you could love your mom and you realize that you needed her, needed things from her that she didn't provide. Like, both things can be true. And so you want to also just, give yourself some grace and
Okay.
not offset her responsibility for with her trauma on what you actually experienced too. We do that a lot as kids, like, as a child of somebody. Like, we do that a lot. It's like, oh yeah, well, she was doing the best that she can, or I know that she, her mom wasn't around. And it's like, great, that is great to actually have understanding and empathy. That's a really good thing. But I always say that you have to make it plain. And when you make it plain, then you can talk about the nuances that may have caused that and have deeper conversations with why these things had to occur. But don't pad what you experience with other people's stuff, because your mom chose those things. And yeah, her vantage point of why she did could have been a whole bunch of things. Maybe she experienced abuse. Maybe she only felt, or maybe she only felt love if it was from, a man and things like that. Like, all of those things are true, but you also didn't ask to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You also didn't ask to be here. That's a whole nother thing, right? So, we oftentimes will have so too much empathy to where we are too understanding of the trauma that we experienced ourselves. So just, make room for that. Make room for yourself to be able to, feel and acknowledge that, like, hey, nobody was kind of really around. Y'all wasn't really, I didn't really feel seen and protected. I didn't feel acknowledged. I didn't feel like, you know if I had a bad day, or if y'all will even know. Too much to look, too much stuff going on. And that really matters when a man is coming into your life and giving you a lot of attention.
Mm, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That, you have to just, really get a grasp on your perspective, so you're not so fragile
Mm,
that anything can move the needle, right? And it's like, oh, he wants to come to church. He's understanding. He's patient. We working out together. You just gotta, take things a little deeper, because you do kind of have like and I said a temporary crutch, and that's just because you haven't fixed the foundation yet. You haven't really taken the time. So it's like you kind of walking with a limp a little bit, right? And then you got a gorilla coming after you. You over here limping away, like, hold on, hold on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna get caught quick. He ain't gonna have to run that fast, baby. You gonna get caught real quick, right? And so you have to, like, once you fix the foundation, it's like just a permanent, temporary little limp, right? You
mm,
fix the foundation, you'll have a lot more vigilance, and you won't be easily swayed, and it won't take nothing to get you in the white van, okay? You're gonna
okay.
be like, my mama told me don't talk to strangers. I'm cool off of that, right? Like, you're gonna have a little more vigilance when people come your way, just talking all type of stuff, saying anything. So that's just that. Like, the good thing is that it feels like we have great energy, and this didn't like wipe you out.
Mm-mm.
You didn't wipe you out. And trust me, if you feel it, it's probably a real thing. So no more reaching out to them women, child.
You're right. I'm not. I'm done.
Listen, somebody called me up like a month ago, September. Yeah, last month.
Mm, baby.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I
so Barbara, this is Shirley. I'm like, woo, okay, so girl,
today you tell them, and it's like, okay, boo hoo. I know this already. So it's dumb, but thank you
you
so much, Tisia. I'm definitely gonna do.
are so welcome. Yes, yes, yes. Please keep us posted. I really love when y'all write me back, or join again and give me an update. So please keep us posted, and thank you for joining.
Love you.
Love you, mean it. Bye. Okay, Miss Kiera. Let's see. You got your camera on, boo, Miss Kiera.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Hold on, wait a minute. I don't know if it switched from my AirPods. Yeah, because I was just listening to her, and then when I got on, it stopped.
Well, I
How do
can
I
hear you
fix it?
clearly.
Let's see.
Let's see. Let's see.
Okay,
Can you hear me now, huh?
hold on, y'all. I'm
It's
sorry.
okay.
Okay,
Can you hear? Let's give her a couple
okay. Let me see if I can hear you. Say something.
something.
Okay, I hear you. I see your lips, but I
Okay.
don't.
Don't hear anything.
I can't
Let's see.
hear
I'm gonna
you.
remove you from
Please,
the
hold
studio,
on.
and
Let me
see
see.
if you can come back on. Let's see. Let me see if she comes back. Let's see.
No, it's
Can you
not
hear
working.
now? Oh. Let's see if she comes back. I'm gonna give her a couple seconds, and then it's Anari will be right with you. Thank you, Judy Boo. If anybody wants to join our live, I have pinned the link many, many times. But here it is again. You can join the stage. Join the stage. Let's go to Anari before Kiara comes back. You have your camera on? Can you turn your camera on, Anari? Okay, perfect. Okay, wait a minute. Kiara's back. Hold on, give me 1 second. We're gonna come right back to you. Let's see. Oh, y'all.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Hey, girl. Y'all looking too cute for me tonight. You know what?
Oh girl, you said you was like, where Kiara go? I had a bunny on, I had to throw this wig on, put some on because I was looking at mix. Okay, okay. So hey y'all, I'm Kiara and I'm 23. So I was like so on edge earlier. I was gonna DM you on Instagram, but it's okay. So all right. So I'm with a man. I have been next year, well, no, next month makes 3 years that we've been together. When I was 20, I met him and I had my own two bath house. It was a trailer, but it was my house. I had a dog, and he is military. He was 24 at the time.
Where are
And
you
so
based?
in Mississippi.
Okay. So you
Okay.
had your own kind of mobile home.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So I was doing pretty good by myself. I had just got a new job, but he was just moving out of his mom's.
Okay.
So he moved into his place, and I don't know why, and don't judge me, but he was like, I want to take the burden off of your hands, and I want to pay your bills. So I'm like, okay. So he couldn't pay my bills and his bills, so it was
Okay,
only
so hold
right
on.
for
I'm
me.
sorry. Look, back up just a little bit.
Okay.
You said that he was just moving out of his mom's.
Yes,
Okay, and tell me the other part.
he was moving out of his mom's, and
You said don't judge you, but what?
wait, I forgot. Don't judge. Okay. He wanted to pay the bills. He wanted to take the burden off of me for paying
Right.
my bills.
Right.
So I moved out of my two bath and moved in with him in his one bed, one bath.
Did
I
you
put
own your
my
mobile home?
Yes, I put it on Airbnb.
Okay.
So I was making money concurrently
Airbnb
while I was still
house
living with
right now.
him. Yes, ma'am. It was
Hmm.
nice too. Of course it never looks like it looks on the inside on the outside, but it was nice. It was pretty profitable. So I kept it for about 6 months just to see, how the dynamic between us played out. And we ended up staying together a little longer. So I ended up letting it go. So I let it go. We lived together. But it was like a point to where I'm living with him. So he signed the lease himself. I'm not on the lease. So it's like a power dynamic where he goes, oh, well, I pay the rent. I pay the bill. This is my house. I mean, you will be out of my house to come and live with you. So how are you and who are you to throw that in my face? So that was the first year. I ended up moving out because power dynamic, you're not gonna do me like that. So I moved out and I got my own place again. I got a two bed, two bath. It was probably like 20 minutes away from his house. Um, he pleaded. We ended up talking the entire time while I was moved out. So he would still come over. He was still like he's a great supporter, a great provider. I can never take that away from him. So I've never had to worry about bills with staying with him. So when I ended up moving out and getting establishing my own independence again, I kind of had to step up to the plate, but he was still helping with like the car note, maybe my car insurance and stuff like that along the way. So eventually we decided to move back in together, which is where we are now. So now we live in a 3 bed, 2 bath house. I have my own little beauty room, and he has his game room, and we share a bedroom. So now my problem is we are still having I told him it was a deal breaker with him, saying it's my house, it's my house, it's my house. But this at this point we're in this together. Like we are on a lease together where we are now. So
How he want? I
but
thought he
it's
wanted to be the provider and pay the bills, or was that your concession that you had to be on the lease this time, so it won't be his house, his house, his house?
Yes, that was my concession. That was something that I decided to do because you're not going to keep throwing it in my face. So that was what we did. And however, he's still like, okay, well, it's my house. And I'm like, well, both of our names are on the lease. So it's our house. Well, I pay it. It don't matter who pay it. We both submit the rent together. What do you mean? So last night we got into it was an altercation. I want to say we were having a conversation before, and as women we sometimes talk too much. So I ended up he ended up asking me something, and I was like, if the dick ain't good, I'm not gonna stick around to wait a minute, what happened?
Uh, hold on, let me see. Does that work? Was that?
Yes, that worked. You good?
I just blew you
Um.
up. I just expanded your screen. Did it take me
Oh,
off?
okay. Yes, it took you off.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, sorry about that.
That's okay. That's
I'm
okay.
learning StreamYard, y'all. I'm learning
That's okay.
StreamYard.
Yes. Okay. So I said, if the dick ain't good, I'm not gonna stick around. So he ended up asking me about my ex last night, and
Okay, so
so
wait a minute. Have y'all had trouble in the bedroom? Why would he? Why? What was
never,
that comment about?
never, never, ever had any issues whatsoever in the bedroom.
Okay, so why did you say that?
Um.
What was the purpose?
Um. I think we were talking about our past situations. And so I was just like, I think I want to say it maybe was a social media post or something. And so I just said that, and I was giving him a compliment because we have great relations. But he just randomly brought it up last night and was like, "So what about your ex?" And I'm like, where did that come from? But I was just like, it wasn't that good, but he also didn't have a lot of money. So he was extremely thoughtful and considerate. And I was younger, like I'm still young. So I was staying by myself. He was really a homosexual. He had nowhere to stay. I didn't realize that until later on. But I live and I learn.
Mhm.
Um he I mean he worked, he wasn't making much, but the money that he did give me I put towards the bills. But it's I had never had a provider at that point. Keep in mind I'm only 19, 20 at this point. So he asked me about him, and I'm like, he was just thoughtful and he was considerate. So my boyfriend took that as me saying he is not thoughtful and he is not considerate. Now, to be honest, my boyfriend does pay the bills, but housework, folding clothes, washing clothes, cleaning up the house, keeping everything clean, stocking the house, paper towels, tissue, soap, anything that we need for the house, I take care of. In groceries, he just pays the bills. He pays the rent and the water. I pay the cable and no, he pays the rent and the lights. I pay the cable and the water. And so it's a constant hit. We ended up arguing, and basically he is saying like, hold on, I have it on recording, but it had pissed me off so bad. Mhm. Basically, he is providing me with a stable lifestyle. And that's thought he's being thoughtful by providing me a stable lifestyle. And see, I feel like if I wasn't living here, you would have the same bills. You would actually pay more because you would be paying the water and the cable and what the internet. But he's also one that like I clean up and I'll mop. He'll go behind the floor dries. He'll go behind me and wash his hands. His paper towels are right next to the sink. Wash his hands, get water all over the floor. And I'm like, hey, like you're spilling water all over the floor. He's like, it's just water. Okay. Then he steps in the water. The dirt from the bottom of his shoe is getting mixed up in the water. So now you're tracking dirt after I just mopped. And I think it's a respect thing, but it's also like, you're not going to keep on telling me that this is mine, this is mine, this is mine when I contribute, I would say just as much, if not more than you do.
Okay, so I've heard
Mhm.
enough. I've heard enough. Okay, first of all, you got to watch the dog that brings the bone. Okay, you have to watch the dog that brings the bone. And a lot of times we don't know where the dog came from. Follow me here in this now. You don't know where the dog came from. A lot of times you just like, oh, it's a bone. It's a nice big bone. But yeah, the dog came through the alley, down the sewer, up the abandoned building. Okay, been sleeping outside, tied up to a tree, and then he bringing you the bone. You with a fake provider. Okay, you don't want provider. You want provider energy. Okay, and it's either on you or it's in you. A lot of these men pay these bills with stipulations. Okay, and also fool me once, shame on them. Fool me twice, baby, shame on you, because he showed you exactly who he was. First of all, it was sketchy that he even said, I want to pay the bill, I want to pay the bills and move you out your shit. Always be always pay attention to what people are like gun hole about. It'll tell you all you need to know. When he met you, he was like, I want to pay the bills, I want to pay the bills, I want to pay the bills. And why do you think he wanted to pay the bills? Let's take control you for 200, Alex. That's why he's a fake provider. He actually is so insecure that the money is all he has as leverage. He's emotionally vacant in all other departments. He has nothing else. Literally, he has nothing else. He's not sweet. He's not enduring. He's just using the money to say that he's doing something. And I'm gonna tell you this: the fake masculinity, the men who actually don't know what the root of caring for their woman is, the men that have been pressured to be a provider, the men who have not come from not actually seen men in their life actually take care of a woman and keep the house up. Okay, that's all that he got is a couple dollars. He's not emotionally mature and he wanted to control you. You moved out of your stuff, moved in with him, then moved out and moved back.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And I want to add something. He's
Yes.
sweet sometimes. He's sweet sometimes.
Okay.
I believe he does like what he does is out of reaction. So like I would say Friday. Friday he was on a game from 11 a.m. up until 8 p.m. And so
He was on a who?
on a game.
From 11 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Yes. Yes. It was his off day. Now he does work. He works and he feels like because he works and he provides, he should be able to do that. And I think that's where I'm conflicting. Please. Yes, and he's 27. He's 27.
Let me tell you this. He has no idea how to actually make a home. And I'm actually more so concerned that you're under his thumb this way.
Mm.
Why do you want to be taken in so badly? He's the same person he
Honestly,
was the first time around.
he was sweeter in the beginning. But it's like it changes and then like we'll break up and he'll plead and he'll beg and he'll say it won't ever happen again and then we get back in it and I'm just like okay. But now this time I will say this time we have already set up an arrangement. Like I moved out the first time. If this don't go right this time, you're moving out. I'm not starting over. And also
Okay,
like
so
I'm a
let me help
nurturer.
you out. Let me
Uh-huh.
save you a whole bunch of heartache and time. It's not gonna work out. It's not. And that's a you thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
not intended to work out. Okay. Now whether you make it work is on you. A lot of things ain't supposed to work and people hanging on to barbed wire, baby. Hanging on by a thread, hanging on with razor blades, cutting their hands up. Okay. It can work if you decide to stay there, but it's not gonna work. He is not compatible with who you are. You also are too young to be up in that man's house like that. Why are you even living with somebody?
We do really well together.
Oh, really?
We're able, yes, we're well financially. We do really well together. I
You were
work in
doing well
sales.
by
He
yourself.
works. Yeah, yeah. I felt like we could build a nice future together. I thought he was the one. I will say that because I mean, he's a great provider. But you have to think about it.
Sweetheart,
My mom will tell you. Oh, go ahead.
what is a great provider to you? You gotta watch the dog that bring back the bone. Do you want the dog that's been through the alley, up the sewer, down
Mm-mm,
in an
I don't.
abandoned building and bringing you back the bone? You just
No.
you just caring about the bone. How is he a great provider? He throwing it in your face every other week.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What is he providing that you can't provide on your own? He took you out of your stuff
You're
to move
right.
out over there with him, just to really complain and hold it over your head. That's not the type of person that you want to be with. Talking about he's sweet sometimes. The root of it is that he knows that he has, even when you put your name on the lease, and that's actually scarier because you thought that you would circumvent what happened the first time, and that Negro let you put your name on the lease, and he's still saying the same thing. That means it's in him. That is who he is. That is innate to him and it's never going to change. It's
I
never
see
the
somebody
same.
saying
Just a
I'm
second
living
time
off
around.
potential. Yeah. But I think that's what it is. Because he's changed. He's At first he wouldn't even pick his clothes up off the floor. And then he started to do more stuff. He started to try to help more and pitch in, but now it's like we were in a one bed, one bath. I didn't mind cooking and cleaning the whole house. But it's a three bed, three bath now. I'm gonna need some help. But you feel like just because you pay the bills, you shouldn't have to do that. And also with him being on the game all day that day, he was just like, well, I do everything I'm supposed to do. And I'm like, well, what you supposed to do? Like, tell me what you're referencing. I know he wanted to say bills, but he didn't say that. Basically he was just like, what did he say? I'm not bothering nobody. I do everything I'm supposed to do. And it's immediately after that argument, he goes to the kitchen and he pulls the trash and takes the trash out. I see him on my camera taking the trash out. And so I go in there, the trash is in the middle of the floor. There's no bag on the trash can. We have like a smart trash can. So the top of the trash can is on the counter. The counter, the dining room table is just dirty. I think I'm just tired of cleaning up, and I know he's changed like a little bit over time, and I don't know if well, you finally telling me, but I was wondering if it was worth staying around to see if it would get better.
Why are you
He
making
actually wanted to
that type of
talk to you.
investment?
He said what?
On there. I have couples there. Why are you making that type of investment?
I think because I'm just attached to him. I'm attached to him. I'm attached to the way, like, cause we share a phone bill. We live together. Like we've been together for the last 3 years. Um, yes, I can do it by myself, and I will. I don't have a problem with it. But I think it's really disrespectful to
You said
constantly.
you pay the cable, you pay the light bill, the groceries, paper towels, blah blah blah. By the time you got back out of his house, baby, that would be rent.
You're right.
A little bit, maybe a little off. Maybe the numbers ain't the same. I basically
Couple
be paying your
numbers.
rent again. You're gonna be paying your look, a couple numbers. You'll be paying your rent again. You'll be fine. Don't waste your 20s and something like that. I'm telling you, and it's honestly really just not gonna work. It's just I think the craziest thing is that people, and I've said this earlier today, people are so overhealed, and we I love to give it raw and just straight. It's not gonna work out. This is gonna continue to fester, and it's gonna be a problem over and over and over again. Aside from him providing, tell me the number one reason why you will walk down the aisle to marry him,
I wouldn't.
girl.
Not under these circumstances.
What are the
I tried to talk
circumstances?
to
What
him.
do you find to be the circumstances?
He's rude. You don't you every time we get into an argument, you want to say you pay the bills. I contribute. You don't do nothing around the house. It's physical, it's emotional, it's mental, like labor that I'm putting into it. And just because you pay the bills, you feel like you head honcho, I think it's control. That's
Where
what
your
it feels
family
like.
at?
Hmm.
Where's your family?
Um okay, so my mom is looking for a provider. She don't care if they love her or not. She's just looking for somebody to pay bills.
Oh, and so
So
are
she was
you.
in my
Like
ear.
mother, like daughter. So are you.
But she is encouraging me to stay. She's telling me it's that's not that bad, Kiera. Like you're doing the most. It's not that serious.
A rotten tree
Like
and a rotten apple. Okay, so that's your mom. So your mom bouncing from man to man for a couple dollars. You then gave up your stuff for a couple dollars and a fake provider who has nothing else and is insecure and is looking to control you monetarily. Where is your father?
um, you don't want to know. He's somewhere in Monroe. He's not. No.
So you being raised by a mom who's teaching you this.
Yeah, because he's military, so of course they're gonna tell you to stay with him because he's gonna take care of you. But it's like the emotional aspect of it. They don't see it, and I think I've been having issues this whole time, and I don't have nobody to talk to about it. So,
All right, well,
because everybody's telling me to stay, my therapist saying the same thing. That's the problem.
fire. I'll coach you for
Okay.
free. Fire. What the hell? Why is she
Okay.
telling you that?
Because I think because she is trauma bonded with her husband. She said that her husband was married when they started talking. Some woman had to come to her door.
Fire.
So like, I tell her like what's going on, and she like, well, he didn't even do nothing that bad, and
What's that?
so
What's
it's
that Tyler Perry movie with What's y'all know the movie I'm talking about where the man was abusive, beating on the woman, and the
Oh,
man, what's it called? Y'all,
I don't know the movie, but I know which one you're talking about.
no, y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Hey, I'm not trying to be funny. Fire your mother and fire your therapist. I don't know how she even a therapist. That's just one thing. The thing about it is that I think you're influenced, you've been poorly influenced, right?
Yes.
I think you also are, you place value on the wrong things, and the root of those things are fickle. They can always change, right? These are not innate characteristics that you can even depend on. And if you don't have core values, and this is no shade, but your mother doesn't have them, so you, again, rotten tree, rotten apple, right? Your mother doesn't have them. You won't gain the self-respect that you need, because you gotta, all of your caretakers, even somebody that you paying to help you, is coming from a rotten tree. Do not spend your 20s washed up with this man. Okay, yeah, military benefits, blah blah blah. We already know them the worst ones. Them the worst ones. Why the hell are you in Mississippi?
Um,
That's where you born and
mm,
raised?
no, I was born in Louisiana. My mom married a man who was military. We deployed and we came back to Mississippi. I don't know why it's Mississippi, but we came back to Mississippi. Um, yes,
What do you do for a living?
I work in sales from
You mean
home.
you can do it anywhere?
Yes,
Get the hell out of there. No reason for a young, beautiful woman to be in damn Mississippi. What part of Mississippi?
Brandon.
Girl, good night. Look, the woods.
I wanted to go to the military, but he won't. It's like he doesn't want me to go to the military, and
So he can continue to. Why would he want you to enter his world?
why wouldn't he? I told him if it were okay, if I go to the military, I'm gonna wait for a few years. If it's meant to be, we will still be together. If it's not meant to be, then it's just not meant to be. And it's like he
Hey,
don't understand it.
it's not meant to be, baby.
Yeah.
It's not meant to be. You need to focus and prioritize and center yourself and really figure out who is it that you want to be. Do you want to work in sales for a long time?
No.
What's your dream
Mm,
job?
mm.
Why don't you think about those type of things?
Yeah,
You were doing just fine by yourself. You could pay your own bills.
you're right.
3 years is a long time. You say you're 23?
Mm-hmm. 3 years.
I know it sounds like I'm just like, it ain't gonna work, right? But sometimes, especially with, the more it lingers, the worse it's going to be. The root of this man is not stable. It's not right. His intentions, he has a lot of things on him. Okay. How was he raised?
Um, his mother, he has okay, so it's him. He has two brothers and he has a sister. His mother was single up until she found a man, and then he said that she was really mean at first, and now she's really soft because of her man. And I think that is the problem. Like I see her and I'm like, well, you got a husband who adores you and he's a homemaker. He enjoys homemaking. Like he'll go out and he builds stuff in the yard. They have many different sitting places in their yard. They got a big old yard. He keep the grass cut, keep the house up. And it's like I don't know why he don't have those values. Like every time I'm trying to organize something in the house, like or fix something in the house, oh, you doing too much. Why you always gotta do stuff? You always gotta change something around. Everything's fine the way that it is. I'm a nurturer that I naturally nurture. That's just how I like everything done.
Let me help you. So, your boyfriend's mother was single,
Hmm.
and you said she was really mean until
Hmm.
she found a man.
Hmm.
So, that is already letting you know that he has resentment towards women. And the man that he's trying to be for you is the same man that he thinks is gonna soften his mother. Okay, you gotta connect these dots. The same man that he's trying to be for you, which he has no real compass on that, is the same man that he's trying to be to you, that he thinks gonna soften you up so he can just have his way. His connection is that a man comes into a woman's life, controls everything, and the woman lightens up. He's still mad at how mad his mama was.
You think so?
Are we all okay?
Oh, you
Are
know
we
what?
wrong?
I mean, I don't see that.
You don't?
They have a great relationship.
Who?
Him and his mother.
Oh,
Yeah. They have a great relationship. We all have a great relationship together. Um, but it's like we no longer talk to them about what's going on because there was a point where he did run back and tell all my business, and I didn't like that.
hold
So
on.
he don't.
Let me pause you for 1 second. Let me tell you why. A lot of times, and this is gone. I'm just gonna say this. There is a celebrity in the media right now, and not in the media in a good way. That if you look at the relationship that he has with his mother, okay, a lot of these men, you have to understand that I dated a man like this. I dated a couple men like this. A lot of times, men who have been disappointed by their mothers, okay? I have dated a man who the mama was a rolling stone. She was always in the streets, never was really kind of there for the boy, okay?
Mm,
He was shout, he became very wealthy. The mama was never really a mama. You want to know what he does? Pay her bills, bought her a go-yard bag, retired her early, threw her a whole party.
mm.
And if you
Why
think
would he do
like
that?
buying love, faking a relationship, a lot of time that don't take away the resentment. And I'm gonna tell you this, and y'all, I'm telling all my business. This was the same man that he would come visit, or I would come down, and like I'll have my robe on. And he'll be like, "You on your cycle? Why you got that robe on? Go put on some clothes. You on your period? You why you got what?" He hated women. He hated women. I'm telling you. And seemingly, he had a great relationship with his mother. This man doesn't have the relationship with his mother that you think that he has, okay? He has a toxic, codependent relationship with his mother, and he's trying to retrieve all the bad times that he had from when he was a child, and he's overcompensating and putting on the act of a good relationship when he hates women. And I'm gonna tell you how you should know that he hates women. He hates the most feminine parts of you. He doesn't want you to be a nurturer. He doesn't want you to be a caretaker. He hates women. He has built up anger. Okay. Anything posing as love, nurturing, home taker, nester, house builder. Okay. He doesn't like it. It angers him. It triggers him. The mama shit, that's a fraud, baby. I seen it with my own two eyes. It's a fraud. This man was showering his mother with gifts, and he hated my existence. He hated makeup. Let's get into it, baby. He hated my makeup. He hated my hair. He didn't want to look at me when I was on my period. He hated women, sweetheart. He also didn't want me to wear fragrances. Let's talk about it.
He's controlling, very controlling.
Control when you find men that actually are triggered by the innate femininity in you. And also, let me talk about it, okay? He also is not even smart enough, right, to know that the same feminine things that he hates about you is the same thing that's going to keep a family afloat. Story time. One of these girls got on my lives and was like, yeah, he says I'm too friendly. He says he don't like girls like that. He like his girl mean. I said, oh, okay. So if a natural disaster and a hurricane came in like it's doing in fucking Jamaica right now, and y'all didn't have no money, no house, no clothes, nothing, who would he expect to go down to the social services office? Oh,
Her.
the friendly girl, right? Who would he
Hmm.
expect to make community and a tribe and call the neighbors and whatever and fix what the fuck was going on? The
And go
friendly
to
one
the
now,
school.
right?
Yeah,
Okay, go
all
to the
that.
school, find
Hmm.
resources, find a shelter, find a food bank. Who would he expect to do that? The woman who was too friendly. He's
Yeah.
not even smart enough to recognize that the femininity in you is what's gonna come into play one day. Okay. He hates women. Get the hell out of there, okay? Do not, you 23, you got time, you ain't got no kids. Move out of his shit. Let him pay though. He found the perfect victim. The perfect one.
That's why I kept my house and had it as an Airbnb, but
And
it
that's
was
why
just
you
like,
moved your ass back in there.
mm, Yeah.
Get out of there. Do not spend your 20s, okay, with this man. Trust me. Trust me. It's not going to work out, and he's not the one. He's not your person. And don't ever forget, baby, that when I asked you what's the number one reason, you said exactly. It's all wrong. Fix the roots, okay? Get from under the thumb of people that your therapist, your mom, and him.
My grandma too. She say, men don't pay bills no more. You got your one that pay bills. You better act right so you can keep them.
You gotta watch the dog that bring the bone, baby. You don't want the bone from any kind of dog. That's not true providership. All right. You don't just want it. You don't want the money with blood on it, baby.
I
It's
genuinely want love. I genuinely feel like I'm
bad.
capable of finding genuine love and genuine somebody that like me
You
and
are.
wants to provide for me.
You are. And he's not gonna throw it in your face. And you know what he's gonna also want you to do? Pursue opportunities that you like, that you want, that's gonna inspire. He's gonna want to inspire you. True support, not fake masculinity from bills that he's paying. He's
Yeah.
not gonna want to hold you back from your future.
Yeah. Well, I got my answer.
Yes, girl. I hope you recorded
Thank you
it.
so much.
You are
Thank
so
y'all.
welcome. You are so.
And y'all, first of all, don't call me dumb, y'all. Please.
I know.
Please. Y'all have to think that I'm young. I'm young. And if I have already been having second thoughts, I really just wanted to confirm it. Like I said, my mom, my grandma, my therapist have been telling me to stay.
I'm glad you came on. And also, I always say, don't listen to the comments, baby. Them the same women laid up with a man right now who don't want them. Okay, don't listen to the comments.
Yes.
You came here to talk to me. Don't read the comments, y'all. You're not dumb. You're a little naive, and your foundation was off. Okay, you got a whole bunch of women in their life. I ain't trying to be funny. Ain't never seen a good man in their life. Money represents protection and the escape over all the other things and they'll take it under any sort. They'll take it from any dog.
Mm,
Any dog. The neighborhood running around the street, they'll take the bone from any dog. You don't want that kind of provider. You don't want that kind of money. Trust me. Trust me. You should have stayed your ass in your own house. Get out of there. Get out of
oh my gosh, I said that. And I was like, I moved out of my shit to move in with you. And you did. And then he had the nerve to say, in this economy, you ought to be thankful. I got up and left because, excuse me.
there. Trust me. Trust me when I
Yeah.
say.
And this was yesterday. So that's why I was going to DM you earlier on Instagram.
Yeah.
So
You
I
don't
got the
want.
clarity I needed.
Yeah,
So,
and also too, you could stand on your own 2 feet. And I know at times, like you said, your father. I didn't. You could talk fast, but I heard what you said. You said your father nowhere to be found. Okay,
well, no,
sometimes.
he's here. He's just not like, he can't give me any advice. He is, I send him money to
So
help
your
him.
father's nowhere to be found.
Mm-mm. What I mean, he's nowhere. Like he's in Monroe. He's not doing anything.
That's what I'm saying.
I help support him. So yeah, but he's not somebody that I can seek advice from because he doesn't even have a relationship. Hell, one time he asked me for some money to feed him and his girlfriend. Like, excuse me.
Hey, you gotta, and I always say you can't um help what hand you were dealt, but
Yeah,
baby, you got a whole bunch of jokers in that hand. Your mama, your daddy, your therapist, and your man are effed up. Get out of there. Get out of Mississippi. You too cute. There are so many more resources in bigger cities. Okay, you can do customer service jobs from anywhere. Get
you're right.
out
I
of there.
can't take my job
That
anywhere.
environment in the woods of Mississippi is bringing you down.
Okay.
Survival. Crabs in the bottom of the barrel. Everybody's scraping. Everybody's scraping. Trying to climb to the top. Get out of there. Trust me. Anyways, thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Update me,
Thank
please.
y'all. I will. I will. Thank y'all so
No
much.
problem. I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
Okay, Miss Anari. God bless the baby. God bless the baby. Let me tell y'all, these small towns where it's nothing but Anari, are you there?
I am.
Hi, how are you? Am I pronouncing it correctly?
Yes, you said it right.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Hey, girl, y'all were just out here gorgeous today. Gorgeous today. Skin.
I can't believe I'm talking to you. I love you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. What's going on, darling? Alexis, I got you up next, sweetheart.
I just have a little I want a little advice from you. So, you know, people like joke and they be like, I think I heal too hard. I don't like nobody. I feel like that's kind of where like I'm,
Mm-hmm.
so like I recently I just turned 30. I just turned 30 and I'm in Philly. So um I just started trying to date again. I took, you know, a little break from dating. I recently I'm on Hinge, but I think I'm about to delete it again because online dating not for me. But
Mm-hmm.
um, I'll just give you like two examples, like or a little background first, actually.
How
So
long have you been single?
I think it's been like 10 months now. And before that, it was like 3 years. I was in like a short, like a year relationship.
So what are you coming off of?
Um, what do you mean,
What was
like?
the last relationship? You say
Oh,
you trying to date now. So where did you come from?
my last relationship was early last year, and it ended like just before the new year. That relationship, he was older than me. Um, but like he treated me well. I would say like he gave me like a baseline for I think how like men should come in my life. Because like I was gonna say before, like a little back of like me. I never really like was taught how to date. I never had no one like to teach me just like general like women things and things like that. So I I feel like I've been like learning as I go and trying to just figure it out. So basically like all of my exes, like younger me dating and stuff like that, it was just like they were always like in the streets. um they never really like treated me bad. I never like had like abusive relationships or things like that, but looking back I definitely know like I should have never even been in those like relationships. And I think like I'll say about maybe like 2 years ago it was like my last straw. Like I was dealing with somebody. They were actually in jail. So again, it was no reason why. I knew him before he was locked up. We knew each other for years. But we reconnected when he was locked up. And like I was just stuck on him for some reason. And like looking back, I'm like, wow, like why me? I was in school at that time. I just finished up my bachelor's a little while after that. So, I had no business talking to him. But it like hurt so bad to where like I was like, okay, and Ari, like you gotta reevaluate. You gotta figure it out. So I start going to therapy. And just like that's when I was single for like 3 years. I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't dating. I was just, focused on me. And I actually was like in a really good space. I was in a gym, all of that. And then that's when I met my ex. He actually worked at my gym. And at first I did not want to talk to him. But he was like so persistent. So I ended up giving him a chance, going against my intuition. And um
Okay,
uh,
so this last person is who you're describing now, the person you just came from.
um yes.
Okay, so your most recent relationship, what happened with him? You said it started at the beginning of last year and it ended right before the new year. Tell me about that relationship.
um he he treated me well. Like I said, he kind of like okay, this is how I think men should be coming to me. Like no lower than this. Like the bar can't be low anymore. He would like just be very loving. Words of encouragement, buy me flowers just because, and like I never had to ask, and I never like experienced that before, so it was good. However, well, that part was good. We would like bicker and argue about dumb stuff all the time, so I kind of knew we weren't compatible. And then eventually it ended because I saw text messages with him and his ex-wife, so I just cut that off after that.
What did the messages say?
um she was just like, from what I remember, I think it was like, babe, what size shoe you want, or something. Like he was like, she was trying to buy him stuff or whatever, because I think his birthday was coming up, and like I asked him about it, and like he lied at first, and then like I would bring it up, like in different conversations, and he was just like, okay, because I know you're gonna keep asking me, and he admitted it, like, talking to her.
So he admitted that he was still dealing with her.
Like conversation wise, and the deal breaker for me was when he admitted it, I'm like, well, I don't want you. You can't communicate with her no more, and he was like, well, that's my ex-wife, so we always gonna have, she always gonna be that or something like that. And I was just like, okay, you don't respect me.
Okay. Where is your family?
Um, my mom, well, I don't speak to my dad at all. He don't speak to him, and my,
Never have, never spoke, never have, like y'all never had really had a relationship.
yeah, no, not really. I have like minor, because he was locked up for a majority of my childhood, and
Mhm.
then when he was home when I was a little bit older, like he tried to like take custody of me for a little bit, like when I was in middle school, but that didn't like stick. And then like even as an adult, like I would try to reach out, and like it just wasn't too receptive. So I was just like I'm not the one that should be reaching out anyway. So I just like gave up. Excuse
Mhm.
me. um, my mom, we had a rough relationship when I was younger. It got better when I left after high school. I went to the Navy. I was in there for 5 years. So I guess being away, she kind of just was like, oh, my baby, my baby. And because I wasn't always in the house, I guess, we couldn't argue and stuff like that no more. So, but now since I've been home, I don't live with her, but our relationship is still okay. But my mom has her ways, and I try not to be too involved with her life. Yeah. But I have 7 siblings, and I'm very close with all my siblings.
Okay. And what kind of field do you work in?
Um right now I'm in like kitchen design,
Okay.
interior design.
Okay. Who do you feel like has had the most influence on you as a 30-year-old?
Mm. I would probably have to say like he's like considered my second cousin. He was just like always around, a lot older than me. But he was always around when we were younger. So like my mom, she had her ways again, like I was saying, and like so when we were younger though, that entailed like her not being in the house all the time. And I kind of was like the mother of, my siblings, but he would come around constantly to like help out. And just as I got older, like I just always tell him like I
It's okay. Hold on. You okay?
um just like I really respect him and love him for always being there for us when my mom wasn't around.
Yeah. You know, I'm asking. It's always a rhyme or reason for the questions that I ask, and not just a broken record. But you lack depth, right? I don't think you've experienced the amount of depth and connection that you should from caretakers and people in your life that should be responsible for you and should be cultivating your environment in the way that you have grown up, right? I know that you said your dad was in jail and you dated a man that also was in jail.
Hmm.
I think that when you said that this guy, the last guy that you dated, he was older than you, how much older was he?
He was in his 40s, so 10 plus years.
15 or 12?
I actually think it was closer to 15, being honest,
Okay. Okay. So,
which is the oldest I ever, yeah, talked to.
okay, but I think what stood out to me about what you said about him was that he came into your life and showed you and set a standard of what it was like to be treated. But at the end of the day, he had a capacity. He tapped out when you were like, yeah, nah, I don't want you talking to her. And he said, she always gonna be in my life. And
Mm.
so I think that that is, we don't realize that a lot of times that what we fear, we will find. And you keep finding people that remind you of a lot of people that jump ship on you. A lot of people in your life jump ship. Your daddy jumped ship, your mama jumped ship. You say you tight with your siblings, but the men that you dating as well are jumping ship. And you are attracting these people because your actual ability to connect and the opportunity to connect, it really lacks depth. You ain't went deep with nobody because these people have not been available. Your mom is not really available to really show up in a way that you can like truly even know what it's like to fully, connect with somebody, because this guy sound like he really was just nice. And you like, he set a standard, he showed me what it's like to be loved, but he was low key messing around on you, and and really didn't choose you, he chose the other person,
Yeah.
also older than you, so he has like mental advantage as well. You get what I'm saying? And mental advantage for age, and also mental advantage for just like you being naive and um green, and also just like vibrating low, so you will, you'll connect with anything. I was like, you will connect with a socket. You get what I'm saying? And so I think that at times, like if you come from a 2, a 4 will seem like a 8. This man was just nice. That's really all. He was just a nice guy that for you turned out to be like a standard set, which lets me know where you came from. That's why when you said like, oh, what you mean? Like what? I'm like, no, what did you come from before this situation with this guy? And so that just let me know that you had came from a whole bunch of tools.
Yeah.
How do you feel about yourself? Are you tired right now? You seem exhausted with life.
Um, I think I might be. I am focusing on like the things that I think I need to focus on, but I'm also in a space where I'm trying to like just do a little shift. I'm thinking about different career paths and just different things like that. So, I'm really not too keen on dating right now. Yeah.
I think it'll be a good idea to, maybe sit out a little bit just for now until you can really navigate. You got to fill your cup up a little bit. Like
Yeah.
it's almost like even if you point, it's like holes in the bottom, and just it's like like seeping out on you. And you look up, you like, where did water go? Like it, them holes is just in the bottom, right? And you filling up the cup, but you looking up, and it's like you don't have any energy. You don't have any energy for anything, and so you have to figure out like, do you have energy suckers, drainers in your life right now? Are there ways that you can try to replenish more on a day-to-day basis? Are you constantly um entering spaces that are unsafe again? I think we do that a lot. Sometimes I mean, we just talked about this. People, and I mean this in the most loving way, like sometimes people love to connect with their abusers, and they are so, like when you don't want to realize what's happening to you, you'll think that if you befriend it, that it doesn't exist. You know how many people try to connect with a toxic mother, a toxic parent, a toxic environment, and you want to be close enough to it so it don't feel like the enemy. Trust me, I know. And sometimes we just re-entering toxic spaces that are actually draining and actually triggering as hell. And then you feel like, well, if I'm cool with it, if I say I have a good relationship with it, then like all the bad things just really don't exist. So I don't know where it is, but just energy wise, you feel like low, like you feel like you just are tired and just depleted in life, and can use a just, restoration.
Yeah, no, I agree. And right now, I just feel tired in general because, like, uh,
Hmm.
from the gym and I just came
Yeah,
from work.
yeah.
But everything you saying is resonating because, like, again, like I've been in therapy for a few years now, and I feel like I've done the work. Before my last relationship, like I said, I feel like I was like the happiest I ever been in my life, which was like I suffer from depression, but that wasn't like a thing during that time. Like I just felt very high, and I do feel like that relationship kind of brought me back down a few pegs, but feel like I'm slowly getting back to where I was at. Um, However, I know you be digging and you be trying to get in there, so I know why we talking about this. But I was trying to talk about him. I did want to give you backstory, but my question, what I had when I came in was, I
Mm,
don't know if I'm being like too strict with my dating right now, or if I'm exactly where I need to be. I'll give you an example. So like I said, I was on Hinge, and I was talking to this guy for a while, for like a week on Hinge before I give out my number because I don't like giving out my number. And then we ended up exchanging numbers, so we texting every day. Not It was only for a couple days, but we texting back to back, conversation good. Then like out of nowhere, like he disappears for like 19 hours. Um, I'm okay. If it was 8, 10, you probably working busy, but like 19 felt too close to like ghosting for me. So I was like, that's a red flag too early on. So I was just told him like, I really honor consistency. You showed me that you can't be that. So good luck. And that was that. And then like recently, I'm talking to this guy from New York. They could be a little aggressive. So I don't
mm,
know if it's just his personality or if I'm too sensitive, but like we exchanged number for a few days now. I actually didn't respond to him all day today. 'Cause I'm gonna get on this live and see what Tisia say. So, um, like it's been like already like two instances where he made me feel slightly uncomfortable. It wasn't a big deal, but I felt away, and I'm really trying to be heavy on like following that intuition, which, like I said, my last person, I ignored it. So
mm-hmm.
I'm like, no more, no more. We're not doing that no more. So I'm taking that feeling and I'm actually like, speaking up. Excuse me. Um, and then the last night, so basically last night, he like, what you doing? I'm like, just chilling, about to get ready for bed. And he was like, what did he say? He was like, wake your ass up or something like that, LOL, whatever. But it just was like, I'm like, yeah, I don't want nobody talking to me like that. You could be playing and stuff like that, but I don't play like that. Like, and I haven't, like, he said good morning, text me again today, but I didn't text him back yet because I'm thinking like I'm just gonna cut it off. Like, am I being too sensitive? Am I being like, what do you think?
No, you're not being too sensitive at all. And my thing is that you don't know what buttons you pressing with somebody. You don't know where people come from or what their like bottom lines are, right? I think to me personally, and this may seem like a weird analogy, but I have friends that be like, yeah, that's my going out friend, that's my networking friend, and I'm like, it's only one type of friend. And I said all that that's just me. Like I only got one type of friend. My friend is my friend, and ain't no going. I don't put them in categories, right? And I think that happens a lot with how people categorize treatment. To me, it's like there's only one kind of treatment that's acceptable, right? And people like, oh, well, what will bother you to bother that person may not bother you. And I'm just like, I just really don't believe that. It's just really one type of treatment, right? Anytime you get into negging, disrespect, tone, to me, it's only one way. Okay, it's only one way that it's appropriate to talk, deal with, or treat anybody, right? And so I said that to say is that people could be like, oh, well, he's a New Yorker. Yeah, he's rough around the edges. Yeah. If you feeling it in your gut, you're not being too strict at all. You don't have to endure things that are deregulating you.
Mm,
Okay. You don't have to endure those things, right? And I want you to really feel more confident because you said, I was in therapy and, I really had done the work and that last relationship was a setback. People don't realize that the therapy prepares you for the relationship, and this is with love. Like you failed the test, and so you have to actively do the work from the things that you've learned. Like you get off the couch and then you have to do the work. And so when you say you've healed kind of a little bit, nobody's ever fully healed, and you've done the work, it's like, but when the test presented itself, you kind of fell into the same trap. And so this is another opportunity to not fall into the same trap. Ain't nothing wrong with how you feel. You know exactly what you felt. You didn't like the way he was talking to you, and be okay with saying like, this don't work for me. You may not be a bad guy. I'm cool. You don't need to do second chance. You don't need to like see if you're overthinking it or anything like that. There have been so many times, I'm telling you, where the smallest nuances, I was like, yeah, nah, I don't think I would feel cared for in something like this. Like don't second guess that. Your gut is all you need.
Right.
All you need. Trust me, you don't need to second guess that. Don't second guess that at all. Um, I think also it's a part of. I think that there is a point where there is growth. There were things that I used to be super sensitive about, that I did check the root of where those feelings were coming from. And I was and those things became a little bit more palatable to me. But again, if I'm feeling stringent and like you're feeling like wired out about things, like fried about things, that's not a position that you want to be in. It's not. It's not. I wouldn't deal with it. And it was no harm, no foul, no beef. But you never know people's starting point. Again, it could land well with somebody else. It could be that same thing could go over somebody else's head, not even register with them. I don't think you being strict at all.
Yeah.
I don't.
Thank
Right,
you.
Judy. It's not gonna work for me. Period. Simple. And it just doesn't feel good. I had a friend just the other day, and she was telling me, look, TMI, but she was telling me how she was like having this moment of intimacy with this guy, and like she had kind of was gonna go there with him, and then he came back with like protection, and she was like, not quite right now. And she was like, his response, it wasn't even anything like, what the fuck, what kind of games you playing. It was more so just like he kind of got a little mean, like just like dismissive. And she's like, it could never work for me. Is somebody that's aroused and ready to go gonna be slightly frustrated? Maybe. But it was the way that, and it just didn't feel good to her. And I'm like, girl, out of there, out of there. It don't take it don't take for you to have some crazy encounter for you to say that it don't work for me. It don't have to be nothing crazy. Don't ever doubt that. That's just my opinion on that. Don't doubt that.
No, you're right. I'm a make sure I keep doing what I'm doing. Okay. Thank you so much,
You
Tisia.
are so welcome, Minari. Get you some rest.
Yeah.
Maybe have a spa day. Do something fun. Replenish your cup and stop being around people that's draining energy.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for joining.
I love you.
Love
Bye.
you in it. Okay, we have Miss Alexis. And Red, you'll be up next. Hey, girl. Hey, look at y'all.
Hi.
You just glowing, shining and glowing today. I know
It's
that's right.
the it's the skincare, but I love you. I
That's
love you
yeah,
so
I know
much.
that's right. Thank you so much. Thank you. What's going on?
So I was seeing this man and we were dating for 2 years and the relationship was like flourishing. We were doing great. We don't argue, like we never had any issues. But recently, well, multiple times it's taken a turn because he's mourning the loss of his mother.
Mm-hmm.
And he lost her in like such a tragic and like a DV way to where it's like it's really hard to move forward or at least start the steps. So in the last 2 years, he's broken up with me twice for his mental health. And it's kind of hard to like understand it because it's like I'm being supportive, I'm being helpful, I'm not judgmental, I'm being patient. And he just keeps like turning his back on me or trying to be kind of like, I need to do this alone, which I guess I need to understand, but it kind of hurts my feelings because you approached me You came up to me, you started this relationship with me. I never, any type of like dream goals that we talked about, our future together, planning, anything, any of those conversations that we had, he initiated. So it's like, you took me through this. Go ahead. Sorry.
With love. His mother died. So what? Who gives a fuck about the plans he made with you? His mother died. Who cares? It's not about you.
Okay.
Literally. I don't care if he pursued you. I don't care if y'all were planning y'all wedding and picked out the venue. His mother died.
Yeah.
This is also preparing you for what it is to be a wife and a true partner, right? You know, a
Yeah.
lot of times we're talking about like, I'm just trying to keep y'all out of trouble, right? We ain't got to the stage where we're like trying to maintain relationships and things like that. Like,
Hmm.
sometimes you have to realize, like, it's literally not about you. Life is lifing for everybody, right? And there's a point where you have to remove yourself, where you're talking about your feelings are hurt.
Yeah.
He's grieving a parent that didn't die because of cancer, didn't pass away because of an ailment, all right? Didn't pass away because of a car accident. His mother passed away because a person decided that they wanted to take her life.
Yeah.
And you talking about your feelings hurt.
Yeah. I understand.
And I
I
know that
know.
it's difficult at times to separate the two, but there are gonna be, like, this man is not well. I'm telling you.
Mhm.
And if you care about somebody, there's really nothing that you can do. When he's saying that he needs to go through this on his own, he's probably absolutely correct.
Okay. I get it.
He needs to go through it on his own. And it's not that you're not supportive. It's not that you're abandoning him. It's not that you are, saying that, oh, well, you're not giving me attention anymore. I'm gone. It's literally nothing that you can do.
And that's the part that's like hurting me because it's like I'm just trying. I don't know. I'm really just trying to be there for you. I'm just trying to be a good support. I'm not, I don't, it's just like, I get it that my feelings shouldn't be hurt, but they are, they're invested. So I'm not being selfish. I'm giving him his space. I'm, I'm going about it the right way, but I'm just trying to figure out how am I supposed to like heal from a situation that I don't have any, like you said, no control, and I have no like factor in it to where it's something that I could work on myself. Like I just need to move on. Like that's a kind of different because I've done the work of like moving on or badly is like this person was like my best friend and now I just have no communication. Like I understand, but I'm just like, wow, my
No,
feelings. But
I get that your feelings could be hurt. I get what it's like to talk to some girl. I'm detoxing off a man that I talk to every day. Girl, it's been 22 hours. And I'm over here, look, itching.
I'm on a month and I'm like, do I reach out? I'm angry, but I'm sad, but I understand, but I'm annoyed, but I get
All
it. But
valid.
why?
All valid.
Yeah.
All valid. But I'm gonna tell you this: a lot of times, women who are entering relationship, everybody wants the flowers, everybody wants the roses, everybody wants the fairy tale and all these things until you play big dog games. This shit ain't no joke.
It's not.
It's
I'm
not a game,
stressed
okay?
out. I'm
And the
just
same way
like,
that everybody want to be in one, most people don't understand that 80% of those relationships gonna end with an exit. You want to enter one, but you don't realize that it's gonna end with an exit, and that's just
yeah.
the big thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
Messed up. It's her all them everything you just named is valid emotions,
Yeah.
for you to feel. And I think that a part of true growth and maturity is like love is not ownership, love is
Yes.
not possession, and you cannot enable um you're like what's my friend say? He says that you are something your own suffering. Like you putting yourself through the suffering, right? And
Yeah.
it's hard because you're gonna keep being there. And then you want to allow him to like walk away, and then he's gonna have a moment where he's breaking down, and it's just really a lot for you to go through. And I think the best thing you can do is just be on standby.
Mm.
But also, and y'all think I'm crazy, and this is coming from somebody who has experienced a lot of grief.
Yeah.
Grief keeps people longer than they need to. Grief and guilt are
Mhm.
right neck and neck. They're cousin emotions, right?
Mhm.
Because you're just like, well, I don't want him to think I abandoned him. I don't want him to think. It's also like you don't want a miserable life either.
Yeah.
Sometimes the gig is up and it's like, hey, I know this is a difficult period for you, and I've tried to support you. I think that you're entering a chapter where I just can't go with you, baby. The leaves that fell off the tree. It's fall. It's autumn. Okay, the
Mhm.
leaves fell off the tree. I don't think I'm able to walk with you in this chapter. And then you grieve and you actually close that chapter. And it's a hard thing to do because it wasn't like he was a bad guy. It wasn't like,
Mhm.
he cheated or anything like that. It's just really, really difficult. But you
Mhm.
can't keep like walking touching the stove. You get what I'm saying? Like he probably does need the space. And it's
Mhm.
also really a little selfish, a cousin to selfish of for you to like expect him to have the capacity to. Cause that man
Mhm.
ain't got nothing left. He ain't got nothing to give you.
Yeah. And that was actually like our last conversation. He was just like, I can't connect. I can't. I literally feel like I'm going crazy. And it breaks my heart that he feels that way because I just want him to be okay. Like, I could get how it could come off selfish. I just would love to, you know, I don't know. I guess it makes sense what you're saying, and I'm learning to accept it. Like you said, it's not as easy because it's not like anything crazy happened, like or anything. Like I finally felt a connection with somebody that I've never felt before. Like I envisioned my husband, I envisioned my future kid's father. Like it was like this person meant a lot to me when he was whole, and to see him like breaking, I just wanted to support him. But I could understand how it could come off that way to myself, because even when I talk about it to my friends and my family trying to get insight, and I was like, I just don't know why I feel so hurt, but I understand why I'm hurt, but it's just like I'm having a hard time closing it because nothing crazy, I guess something crazy did happen, but I guess I have to be more emotionally in tune with him to kind of like understand why it needs to be
But
closed.
you also have to sit in the fact that you're grieving.
Yeah.
You're grieving a person in a relationship that you once knew. That's not an easy thing.
Yeah.
It's not an
That's
easy thing. And it's also very hurtful. And you know what the craziest things I was going through something with one of these little men that I'm dating, child. And prior to the argument or the it wasn't even y'all know I don't argue with men. Prior to the little disconnect that we had, he was sharing with me a situation that he was going through. And
mm,
we kind of took a little, a little few days off or whatever. And it was even painful for me to know that he was dealing with something alone.
mm,
Like
I
that
hear
is
that.
how close we are, right? And how much of a friendship that we have that
Mm-hmm.
in our little break, it was hurting me to know that he was battling life alone.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to it's like two brains on the task. You get what I'm saying? Like even that is painful. When you leave or if you decide to leave that situation, he's gonna be battling things without you
Yeah.
on his own, wandering
Mm,
through life on his own, figuring it out. And that's when you have that type of kinship with somebody, that is really, really difficult.
yeah. And
It's
I get it.
very
And that
difficult.
was the whole thing. Like I'm 31 yet 31 now. I've experienced great dating. I've had great experiences with men. I don't have a horrible like track record with men to where I have like any type of, I don't want to use the word baggage, but it's just like I come in with my pure intentions, an open mind, an open heart. Like I'm not here to hurt you. So it's like I didn't understand it, but I appreciate the way you're explaining it to me, and I get it. I'm gonna just let him have it and just understand that if he's ready to talk to me, I'll be there, but I need to give him his space and respect his boundaries.
Let you have it too, right? You have to have like start your own healing process.
Mm,
Also, too, it's a very tricky place to be, but I'm gonna tell you, this is a OG tip about
mhm,
people that are grieving. It sounds mean,
mhm,
but you don't let people that are grieving ping pong into your life. I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. At a certain point, even the lifeline got to be cut off, okay?
yeah,
Don't let people that are grieving ping pong into your life, right? Even you have to set a boundary where it's like, "Hey, I know that this is difficult. I'm going to allow you to have this phase, but you
I,
can't."
yeah, I don't have any boundaries. I'm just
Yeah,
like, yeah, I need
you
boundaries.
can't do 7 days. off, not on, 9 days gone. Then you like, I can't do this anymore. I'm telling you, it'll actually help them so much more to
Mhm.
sit in their shit and process if they know that they ain't got another door to run to.
Yeah.
It's a hard place to be because you're like, his mom died, and it's, I'm telling you, you got, don't let a person that's grieving ping pong back, especially when it's like non-platonic. Now, if it's a friend, it's like, yeah, girl, call me when you okay. Call me if you need me.
Yeah.
Call me if you. But like, man, when there's like a relational dynamic on the line, you even have to have boundaries, even when it comes to grief, and it's not selfish because you're involved as well.
Yeah. But it feels like I said, the selfish word, I don't want to feel selfish. That's why I feel so bad. Why am I angry? Like I get it. That's why I'm like, that's why I couldn't even be like, oh no, it's not. But like I get that it could come because I thought, I don't know, I thought we could go through it together, and that's probably the the dream and I don't know. Maybe it just wasn't what God wanted it to be, and that wasn't how He's supposed to go through the journey. Because at the end of the day, I extended as much pure and patience as I could. And if he feels like he can't accept the patience, then I did do all I could. And I could walk away from it knowing that, like, I did the best I could. Even though some days I'm like, was it me? Did I do that? Like, of course, I'm going through the motions. It's been a month now. So I'm like, I'm more healed. Because before I would have cried, honey, talking about it. I used to be crying,
Does
ugly
he
cry,
reach
snot
out?
cry. No. And I think that's also because he is used to being alone. Like he works internationally, so he's lived in different countries alone. Like he's a very isolated person. Because I think the first time that it happened, he was working in Thailand and we were on the phone, and he just didn't, we were on FaceTime, and he just didn't look like himself. Like we were talking, but he just, like, I started to pick up that like something was wrong. And it's gotten to the point where like I knew when it was coming. I knew when he was starting to fall into a depression. I knew when he wasn't himself. Like it just became a little too regular to where it kind of like makes sense, where you're like, I need to set a boundary, because he'll be quiet for a couple days, or I won't hear from him for a week, or things like that will come up to where he's just like, I'm just not okay. And it's like, I get that. And I never pushed it, and I gave him that time. So it's like, I get where I'm not being selfish, because I still gave him his time even through the, I wasn't like, talk to me, talk. Like I wasn't beating down his door, or even like with the situation with his mother. I let him share as he wanted to. I never asked questions. I never pushed anything. And when he was ready to tell me the full story, we were already dating 2 years. So it's like, I didn't like, this is all. And I don't know if it became heavier recently because we just hit 2 years and now he's starting to say more.
Oh, so when did his mom pass?
It, I think it just hit 3 years. So I met him a year after.
Oh, this is interesting.
Ugh,
This is interesting.
yeah.
Oh no, 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 no. This is a whole nother conversation now.
That's what I'm saying. It's so many factors. Like I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know. And I think that's the like the part that's not settling with me. It's like,
So I thought that you were with him for 2 years and his mother just passed away. His mother passed away before you met him, and
yes.
now the grief is just starting to kick in. He's just processing and
Yes.
dragging you through it.
Y-
Oh no,
That's
baby.
how I feel. So
We're having
okay.
a whole nother conversation. This is a whole different, this is
Sorry.
a
So
whole nother
I didn't
conversation.
explain it well. I'm
You
sorry.
sure the hell didn't. The mother passed before you met him.
Yes. Yes. A year before. Um,
Girl,
I
good
think
night. Mm-mm. This is
no.
a whole nother conversation, Alexis.
Okay. Yeah. See,
Oh,
yeah.
let me tell you this. Oh, this one gonna be a little tough.
Okay. Help me, because I'm confused. I want to curse him out. I want to be nice. I'm feeling a bunch of stuff. I don't know, but I'm more calm now. It's been a month. I'm
I
a,
don't want to, given these new facts,
okay.
I don't want to take away the fact I've lost a mother,
Yeah.
okay, and a father.
Yeah.
I don't want to take away and diminish the fact that he is grieving.
Hmm.
But don't you think that's suspicious?
Okay. Tell me what you
Ooh, not
think.
feeling no. I'm saying that we all know that women usually initiate the breakup and the divorce.
Hmm.
I think that, and it's not that it cannot happen,
Mm-hmm.
the fact that his mother was already had already passed away a year before he even met you, and
Mm-hmm.
now he's dating you, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then now he's using the reason why he's unable to, really perform and exist in this relationship on the grief that he's experiencing from his mom. And let me just say that this is going to sound terrible. And I hate to be a conspiracy theorist, all right? Because I'm really not that kind of person. But a lot of times, follow me here, when men lie so grand about things, right? A lot of times it's like, well, if I shoot up here, the lie gonna really land here. And if I go so big, like, oh my, I got hit by a car and I landed in a hospital, these big
Yeah.
lies, right? Sometimes it's just like, because like, what can you really say to that? And hear me out, Alexis. When a nigga don't want to be with you no fucking more,
Mm-hmm.
okay, what more can you say to, I'm not dealing with the death of my mother well. I need some time and some space to move away from this. And it may not be as upfront as you may want it to seem, right? Want
Mm-hmm.
it to be, right? Where it's like, oh, where like there's some other person or some. He could have been slowly kind of creeping his way out of there. And I'm not saying that y'all don't have a great relationship. I'm not saying that he doesn't care about you, but I think that that is actually a little suspicious.
And you know what's crazy? One of my friends said that, and I'm like, okay, but why you didn't just tell? I don't. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I'm here. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to my community, my village. I have a lot of great women in my life, mothers. My mom, I'm super close with. Like I'm very vocal. Like I talk to my
Hey, the
family.
way
Like
that you told me that story is the reason why you in that situation.
I was thinking
Silent,
that.
silence, docile, submissive. No, don't ask, don't tell. That's how your ass got in there.
I know.
I'm not trying to be funny.
I
How you been with a man for 1 year and don't really know much about how his mama died? Now all of a sudden the mama is the star of the show. This, God rest her soul.
know. He
Now all of a
so
sudden he ain't told you nothing, but now all of a sudden the mama is the big reason. He could tell you all this type of stuff now. You don't think that's suspicious?
I don't know. Is it naive that I don't? I I really like I promise I don't I've dated like I don't know. I've like I said I've talked to my friends about it and that was somebody's thought too. So I'm just like I don't know. If it is, I mean, at least tell me so that I feel okay. Like I'm not that type of person. Any ex have never heard from me again. I'm not confrontational at all. I'm not argumentative. I'm not loud. So maybe that's why you picked up on the submissive kind of energy about me. I'm just not. I never thrived in those type of situations to where I had to be combative or aggressive. Like my communication is just very pure and just, I don't know. It just never. And I also lost my sister in a tragic way. So I didn't like when people were like, how'd your sister pat? Like, I
I get
just,
that, and I'm
yeah.
sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear about your sister. I
Thank you.
just recorded a reel in the car today that talked
Mm,
about how a strict program is silent, and there's a myth that you have to be some pit bull or like a loud click clacking person in
yeah.
order to run a strict program. Okay, you don't
Yeah.
have to be confrontational to have boundaries, and also to present present a person that is not okay with the absence of detail.
Yeah.
You don't have to invade people's privacy to present an aura of a woman that's not okay when big pieces of shit is missing. They don't doesn't mean you're invasive or you're combative or you're argumentative or you like conflict, right?
Yeah.
So this is my thing. The way that I'm going to implore you to get a little bit more of a spine and a voice does not have to be mean. You don't have
Mhm.
to be rah-rah about it, right? A strict program is actually silent. It's the way that you move and it's the way that you indirectly redirect people's behavior.
True. You're right.
You
And
you
I know that about
you
myself.
got to get some bass in your chest, baby.
I know, but I know. Okay. So I get it. All right. I just have to be a little more strict, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Structure. You know, it's so funny. One of my castmates, and y'all know I'm on tour right now. One of my castmates said, she's like, I don't really like the word strict program. She said, I think the way that you described it, she said, you mentioned the word structure. I think that that's better.
Yeah.
Structure. If you want to take that, you know, structure. You got like, girl, who was this man?
He's my he's my favorite person. Like literally. Like even the way he looks is exactly what I'm into, the way his like he's just our humor was the same and I just he got me. He got me.
I get you. I get you. But let me tell you this. Sometimes we don't realize that people, especially men, will silently leave your ass.
Mhm.
Men more than women, okay? A woman, she gonna be kicking and talking shit on her way out the door. A man checked out 2 months ago.
Mhm.
Men, they will silently leave you.
I heard the opposite though. I heard women leave mentally before they actually leave.
Oh, I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. That's the thing. Women are the one that lead. The men to sit there vacant and stay.
Mhm.
You're absolutely correct. Women leave mentally before they actually leave.
Yeah. Cuz I've been that woman before plenty of times. It's like I don't have I guess yeah. I mean, with this situation it's kind of like okay, I was living my life. I recently moved to Philadelphia. I'm happy in my career. I'm dating. I'm having a good time. And then he comes into my life and he's just like, we're vibing like cool. And then he brings up the subject of let's, make it just me and you. Okay, cool. Then he gets the job in Thailand. So then he goes to Thailand. We do long distance for 6 months. Then towards the end, I'm like, okay, you're starting to feel a little like not feel weird, but you could tell he was like, you haven't first of all, you haven't had a hug in months. You're living away from home. You just lost your mom a year ago. I don't think you should have went to Thailand right after, especially when you're already slightly emotionally neglected. And I don't want to say that because I don't want to talk bad about his mom. But like I said, it's hard when people pass away because they don't tell you the full story about their parent because they don't want to feel like they're talking bad about somebody that's not here no more. So by the little bits and pieces that I got is just like, yes, she was present, but some things, you know, was not exactly what would have made a well-rounded man.
Alexis, I want you to, we're going to take a moment because I'm going to tell you this. I
I'm
bet,
not quite sure how to help you with that.
girl, my Alexa is actually
Like,
natural
dude.
Alexa. But there is a time where I talked about this. It's a real. Go back, look at my page. It's a real. Why I talked about being groomed.
Mm,
And I don't know if you saw that reel, but I said it hit you so quick.
yeah.
That man, I'm telling you, you gotta go back and do an audit of those relationships. That relationship, do an audit of
Mm.
conversations, an audit of arguments, an audit of little conflicts that y'all have had, an audit of like even y'all.
We had none.
That ain't may not be as good as you think
I
because
swear,
he
I
taught you
promise
to
I
shut
would
up.
tell you. I would
He
tell
taught you
you.
to shut up as well too, though.
Mm.
You don't think that he set the way of how he wanted things to be? Men never to marry the woman that don't disrupt nothing. Trust me.
But this has always been me. I don't think he made me like I've always been like this. So I think
Yeah.
that's what kind of intrigued him about me is that I don't, in my opinion, because it's like I'm not, it wasn't like something that was like spoken, like I just always been this type of communicator. Like I'm just not,
Okay,
I
so
don't know.
after you all had, when did you all have the final conversation that this is not going to work out, and now you said it's been a month since you've spoken to him?
The crazy thing is, he went silent for like a couple days, and it was the anniversary of his mom. So he was quiet for a couple days. Well, he was also quiet maybe a couple days prior to. Like it was a weird thing. I think we hung out, then he went home. He first of all we lived on long in different states, so that could be a factor. So it's like maybe it could be another person. I don't know, but what I'm being told is what I only have to deal with because I don't have any proof. I haven't seen anything, so I mean, I can my brain can do other things, but so the last he was distant for a little bit and then I reached out to see how he was feeling because I also gave him the space for like 4 days. I was doing my own thing, reading, going out with my friends, whatever. I kept my normal routine. And then he was just like, honestly, Alexis, I'm having a hard time connecting with anybody after the losses. It's just like I keep trying to get better, but it's just not coming to me the way it needs to. I appreciate you for wanting to be there for me, but I think I need professional help. Like I just can't I can't do anything right now. And then I was like, all right, if that's really how you feel, I mean, I have to accept that and I hope you feel better. And we never spoke again. Like it just was never, I didn't get any type of and like it was just like no. And I feel like if I didn't reach out, would you have never told me if I would have just let it? Like I don't know what that was
He had
about.
left already.
Yeah.
And let's just say that whatever is going on, like the grief that he's experiencing with his mom, he had already left. He had
Mm,
already left. And I think that this is a little bit odd. And I think that there's just a little bit more going
mm,
on than you may think.
yeah. And maybe something if another person said that too by the story. So maybe. And all right, well, I guess I'm gonna do my own thing.
And just take your time with that.
Mm.
Take your time with that. And again,
Honestly, if you want to know how I feel about that, I don't feel like I should take my time after that. I didn't do anything. I've already been on a date. Like I'm not like I'm moving. Like it's just like it's hard to know how to fully close that chapter if nothing crazy happened, in my opinion, that I know of. Maybe in a year or so, it'll pop up a picture somewhere of him in a happy relationship, whatever the case is. Okay, then will probably be like the curtains closed. But I didn't have any closure. It was literally like I said, it was a norm for him to like be quiet for a couple days because he's like going through stuff or his mind is in a certain type of place. So to me, I didn't take it as I mean, of course, I never liked it and I've communicated that. It's not like I'm sitting there quiet. He knows that I didn't like it or it wasn't my something I was into, but I let him do it because that was what how he dealt with what he was going through. Because I can't make people react the way I reacted when I lost my sister or when I, had to figure out that situation. So I if quiet being quiet was his way of dealing with it, I let him do it. So he's done it before, but maybe it could be that. But I like dating. I like my love life is fun.
but I also too like pay attention. Pay attention. Let me tell you this. A lot of times when you get your full package like that, you be careful. You will make a lot of concessions. You say he was just, in the type of field and he even physically he was a you will make concessions because it's like, oh, he's everything. I'm telling you, been there, done that. I do not collect $200. I think that you skipped over some things. I think that you should really try to focus on not just adopting somebody else's program. I think he did a lot of the leading, and all you did was just follow and show up and support. And you never dictated anything. And you
Mhm.
had to. You had to dictate stuff. He moved away. You did long distance. He said he's dealing with his mom. You fell in line support. You can't let him just lead the whole thing.
Yeah,
You got to redirect. You got to pull him your way. You got to be able to say what I want, what I like, what I want to do.
yeah. You're right.
You just follow right in line like a little duckling crossing the street, child.
That's crazy.
You just fell right in line because you was just mesmerized by all
No,
you had.
I swear I've did like I don't know. It was I promise I don't go that easy. I promise. I stopped most like I was like I'm not, I have a really great dating track record. Like I wouldn't say I was like I've dated great like I don't know how to explain it. It was him. He did it. It wasn't I don't know. He's
Yeah, well, at least you figured out your kryptonite.
yeah. Yeah. Well,
Everybody said what they won't do until they meet that nigga that got them doing stuff that they won't do.
but never. I never reached out to nobody in my life after it was over. And I was actually nice because it's like I'm really gonna try.
Let me tell you this, he's fine. And I'm not trying to be funny. This ain't no shade to him, but the mom, oh, this is gonna sound so bad.
What?
The mom was dead a year before you met him, okay? I promise you that he's gonna be just fine. When he reaches out to you, do
What?
not reply. Delayed response, if any.
Okay. Okay.
All right, you got it.
Yes, I could do that.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining. Thanks for
I
sharing.
love you. Thank you.
Welcome. Love you, mean it. Bye. Okay, Miss Red, our last call. And not us on here for almost 4 hours. Okay. Hey, gorgeous.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am doing well. Thank you for asking. Y'all were just looking. Y'all have made my day. Everybody looking so good today, girl.
Well, I appreciate that. And I send out love to all the previous ladies. I've been listening for 2.5 hours. Like, I
Man,
got to
we
be
gotta get
up
up
at
over
5
here, girl. What
a.m.
we doing?
Girl, gonna be sleepy in the morning when that 4:30 a.m. hit. Okay. But,
You and
dear
me both.
Tasia,
Ah,
yes.
look, you the first person that said dear to see. Look,
We
thank you.
we was tuned in listening. But dear Tisia, I'm in a little bit of a toxic situation.
Okay.
I know what to do. There's nothing to be obsessed with him about. He's very average, but he's just so handsome. But it's not like he pays my rent. He don't spend no money. Like, there's nothing special about him, right? There's really no chemistry. He doesn't like me. I don't like him. But on one hand, I'm like, please don't look at me like that now. Please.
I'm just listening. I'm just listening. I'm just
Okay, so on one hand, I feel every single day I get little bits of confirmations that I need to go on by my business. There's nothing to lose sleep on. I mean, I've heard you say it a handful of times, like, why are y'all tripped up over these very average basic men? Like, are y'all okay? It's not a mental illness. I don't have one. So I just find myself on one hand wanting to just kind of have that. I'm 29, so I kind of want to have that grown woman sexy, learn how to be a player. I was never taught game. I kind of just want to run game on him and leave him alone. And then on the other side, I'm like, what's just practical ways to where when I'm feeling lonely or bored to just not succumb to it and not have to find a vice to feel like the emptiness that I'm trying to avoid. Like, just relax.
okay. So tell me about the person because you said he don't like you. You don't like him.
Hmm.
I'm a little confused. Who is this person and why you in a toxic situation with them?
So I met him at a bar with a homegirl. When he first walked in, he caught my eye. We exchanged looks. I'm like, okay, cool. I think what it is he's older. He's 39. He got the salt and pepper. He unky status. I just love a unky. Okay. I really think that's a lot of what it is. Besides, there's got to be some deep stuff going on in there. But I think the
You rolling
enticement.
around with him?
I do who?
Are you rolling around with him? Okay. Okay. So you said is he older than you?
Yes, he's 39,
And you are
29.
tw- okay.
And
29.
we know how you feel about that. But look, okay, look, that's why we come on here, okay? Because we need some get some sense in.
Okay, 20. You're 29. He's 39, and
39.
you say he it just kind of giving unk vibes. Okay, but
It's
like,
just giving
how often do you see him? What's happening with that?
So I met him in March. I probably played Uno. Hello. Probably played Uno with him maybe 5, 6 times. Like, not even that often. Like, if I hook up with him maybe 1 week, it might be 3 more weeks until I hook up with him again. And it's inconsistent. Like, one time it's been amazing. I texted that man when I was in church trying to get back right with the Lord. I texted him like, I'm thinking about it in church. Do you know that man did not respond to me? I said, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. So embarrassed. And then the next time it was terrible. Like, I think I took a deep sigh after, like, just get up. So there's not really much to say. I mean, he's just somebody that I go link up with. It's always typically after 9 p.m. It's typically like we'll talk and watch TV for an hour, get to it. I've spent the night a couple times, but a lot of times I go home and that's it. Like, it's literally nothing to it, but it's just for whatever reason, I think I just want to have the upper hand with him. And I don't know
Upper hand?
by
How?
maybe I want him to be, I feel like I was a little pressed on him. And so I think I want him to be a little pressed on me. Like, I realized I was doing too much and now I want to like reverse it. And I want him to be doing too much. And that's why I say it's toxic because why won't I just stop texting him? Like, just leave it alone.
Okay. I mean, there's a few routes here. Number
Hmm.
one, you can't just leave it alone. Number
Hmm.
two, you can attempt a Uno reverse as well. I think it really just depends on what stage you are in your life. Like I have talks with my castmates all the time. It's like not everybody's looking for a husband, not everybody's looking for some long-term relationship. Sometimes it's
Mm-hmm.
just maybe a moment in time and you just more in a free liberal place in your life. So I think it really
Mm-hmm.
depends. Like it also depends on your mental infrastructure. See, a lot of times people play big girl games and then you end up sliding down the wall and you can't really handle what comes your way with that. And so it's really
Mm-hmm.
more so about where your state is, right? Like what can you actually handle? Do you need to leave it alone because you feel like you may
Mm-hmm.
not be able to get out of it? You're gonna be starting to get attached, you're gonna start growing emotions, and you just know that you have a track record of attaching yourself to bad people and bad things? Or
Mm-hmm.
is it giving city girl vibes like we outside, I'm gonna look hit it and quit it whenever I want, whatever? Like what,
Yeah.
where are you
I think
where,
I'm trying to do City Girl. I have been pressed on. I've really only been down bad over one man. Like looking in his apartment window, you know, pulling up to where his mama stay, where your car at. I've only done that once. You know what I mean? And that was 4 years ago. Um, so I don't. I think it's one of those things where I think I want to see if I can do it because I've never stayed around too long with a man that I didn't really like or saw something long term with. I know he's not my husband. I know that I'm actively doing things that don't align with where I would want to be, say, 3 years from now, but I'm just having a hard time breaking out of that. Like, have you ever just wanted to be a little trifling or just a little, I don't know, like I'm okay with just being a little, hmm.
okay, so if you want to be toxic, let's play a game. Who usually is the one that reaches out?
Recently it was him. Like he reached out like 3 times, but then when he was ignoring me, I reached out.
Okay, so who had the last text?
Um, I think it was me because I said good night. Like he told me to text him when I got home. I said I'm home. He said good. I said all right, good night. And I called him Mr. Underwhelming because it was underwhelming.
Okay. And so also this is the thing.
Mhm.
What kind of things that you got going on? Are you dating anybody? Are there any new ventures that you're starting? Is anything
Mhm.
exciting or milestones coming up? Are you looking forward to something? Are you moving somewhere, getting a new apartment?
Mhm.
Like what other things do you have going on?
Yes, so I am doing my prereqs for nursing school. I just recently got a new job about 6 months ago. I mean, it is what it is. It's just kind of something to build my resume for nursing school or just to be a nurse in general. I have started
Would you
dating.
mind turning your music off, Fred?
Yes, I got you. I have started dating a little bit, but nothing too crazy, but going out, getting cute, going to happy hour. Like I started just going outside a lot more, updating my style, my wardrobe. So
Yeah, I'm
that's
glad
kind of
I don't think he
mhm,
works. Sometimes as women, you got to even waste your
mhm.
toxic card on the right person. I don't even
Okay.
feel like he worth the let's play a little game card. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I don't even think he really worth that card. Like you seem like got a lot of
Hmm.
going on. It just seemed dry and messed up. I think the best reward would to be seeing his name come across your screen. You so off of him that you're not even really responding like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really think it's worth to even play that kind of card with him, right? Like you
With
said, he
him.
ain't no bills, he ain't taking you out, he ain't giving you no money. It ain't like
Hmm.
he's a great guy.
No, no.
He not worth the Uno reverse.
Not worth the Uno reverse. Okay, so
No.
what do I do? My follow up to that is so what do I do when I'm at home chilling and I want to be toxic, get a little something in my system, and like I find myself being like, I hope he texts me. Girl, if you don't think about something else, like I think
What is
sometimes
it?
I'm
Is
shocked.
it the feeling or is it him?
Well, it can't be him because it ain't nothing that special.
That's the thing. What we gotta also realize is that sometimes just because a man ain't shit don't mean that that's not gonna you won't find a connection with that person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we
It's
don't even
like
connect on that much. I think that's what I'm trying to. I don't know. Well, I think a lot of it is just wanting to get the upper hand, like feeling like, oh, I realized that this older man was playing me like a little silly lady, and now I want to like turn it around. Like I can't believe he did that. I can't believe I acted that way, Now I gotta turn this around and then I'm gonna leave you alone.
I say all this when you find new
Mm-hmm.
tools, when you are going through life and you
Mm-hmm.
get new tools in your toolbox to navigate spaces, to deal with people better, right? To
Mm-hmm.
really overcome different obstacles. You don't have to go back to the construction site with those tools to fix that.
Mm.
Girl,
Okay.
yo, fixing that could be simply like, nigga, I would never talk to you ever again. I would never,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta
Yeah.
take them tools back to his house.
Okay.
You
Okay.
already learned a lesson, you put
Yeah.
them in your toolbox and you do better the next time, right? You know what I'm saying? Now you may have
Mm-hmm.
a little bit more savviness to, not really deal with that, but you ain't gotta go back there to run that car back on him. You know what I'm saying? Girl, you could
Yeah.
level up on him from the internet.
Yeah.
You could literally like even just in mentality,
Mm-hmm.
you could Uno reverse him. He not even worth the card.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, when you feeling like, man, I wish he texted me, you have to think about like, what is that feeling? Is it just like
Mm-hmm.
feeling lonely? You like that you feel wanted by him, you know what I'm saying? It could be
Mm-hmm.
like that testosterone and masculinity, like you could just be craving connection and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, man, you can't go that low, friend. Like I
Okay.
never recommend you connect with
Okay.
somebody like that because it's like he gotta be coming off of something.
Yeah, and I think it's literally just him being a little hood but put together unky who's very easy on the eyes. And I literally think it's just because here's the thing, I get men like
Do you
even being
feel like you
overweight,
feel lucky
huh?
that he chose you?
Well, maybe because he's pretty, but here's the thing, I was in a serious relationship with a man that I would say maybe by society standards was more attractive than me. I pull handsome men. So I don't know why I would feel that way. I don't know if it's subconscious. Um but I've talked to a lot of very handsome men that I might have felt were a little too pretty for me, or I always had to put myself together to to feel like okay.
Let me
But
tell
it's
you,
not like I think I'm ugly. You know what I mean?
let me
Like
help you out. There's only a
mhm,
certain time where that's going to keep running itself back in your life, right? That means that
mhm,
there's only a certain amount of times, or even just really one instance, where you're going to find yourself in predicaments where these men are a little cute. That's not an oddity. Okay. There's
mhm,
said about you being with men where and I'm thank you for being honest and transparent about it because most
mhm,
people want that you felt like maybe they like oh you with her or like wow like you with this guy or something like that, but
mhm,
where did you learn that behavior? Where in your family, in your life, did you
mhm,
feel like comfortable with mediocre, comfortable with hand me down,
mhm,
comfortable with just like not being being the middle child or the second,
mhm,
or just being just enough? Like, where did you learn that from? Because it's not a coincidence that you keep being with men that are like, you know what I'm saying? That's
mhm,
innately uncomfortable for somebody
mhm.
that is comfortable to you because you keep doing it. Where did you learn that from?
Girl, why did I think that I was gonna come on here
I
and
don't know
be a
why you
quick
did,
do do
baby.
do do, and I
You
done
did,
stay
you
here
know.
and just dip. I mean, I think possibly, and I've always said I was never that affected by it, but I think in general I was adopted in the family, so I grew up with my biological aunt and uncle, right? So you already grew up feeling like, dang, my own biological people didn't want me. Like you kept some kids, but you ain't kept me. Then I had emotionally distant and neglectful parents, but not in the sense of like I didn't get fed or didn't get bathed. But I grew up like upper middle class, black suburban, but I just think I never really fit in to like the super suburban preppy women. I never really fit into my hood friends. And I guess you would call it being biracial, but I don't even think it was because of that. I just think it's probably just a deep rooted fear of abandonment and rejection, but I'm aware of it. And I feel like I know when I'm being toxic and negative. And it's like, it's like, I don't know how to branch and get over it. It's like, dang, get over it.
Ding, 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 ding. Soon as adopted came out your mouth, I already knew what type of time we were on, right? You know,
Mm-hmm.
with all that being said, right, there are some things
Mm-hmm.
that, and I always say, every single person has an innate DNA infrastructure, right? And it comes from a life of like a world of experiences down
Mhm.
from childhood, right? And
Mhm.
so literally your baseline is either with love, I don't
Mhm.
want you, I can't take care of
Mhm.
you, I can't provide for you, right?
Mhm.
And then
Yep.
you get a new chance or opportunity to be with another family who
Mhm.
ain't really there anyway, right? So there you go,
Right.
fighting for love and acceptance. Then you get a new family, you fighting to be seen, fight. You got identity issues, you got all. You would connect with a wall, you would connect with a dog, you would connect with a rock.
Mhm.
That's all like your foundational like DNA,
Mhm.
right? And I want to be
Mhm.
clear, like this is not a a dig. Like my foundation is like
Mhm.
always fighting to be seen,
Mhm.
like feeling invisible and always like,
Mhm.
hey, it's me over here, it's me over here, right? And that
Mhm.
has manifested in my life in more ways than none. But if you know what that like DNA, like your foundational structure,
Mhm.
you can alter and pivot that, right? And you got to find out, why do you feel so comfortable there? And it's really
Mhm.
because you haven't really dealt with that. You love people choosing somebody over you. You love being forgotten about. You
Mhm.
love chasing the high of if this person's gonna be around, stick around, and like
Mhm.
that is comfortable. That is your foundation. And if you
Mhm.
don't work on it, baby, you don't go and knock down them walls and rebuild.
Mhm.
You're gonna be seeking and searching that for a very. That's why you can't let it go. You're like, oh, is he gonna come back for me? Because who
Yeah.
else are you looking to come
And
back?
here's the thing, it's not even him. I knew it was more of an internal, because I'm
Absolutely.
telling you, there's nothing um there. I mean, even at the when we met at the bar, I was chatting with his homeboy, and he was like, oh, so you chatted with my homeboy? And I immediately stopped talking to his homeboy that I was more interested in, started talking to him. And then he went and flirted with the bartender, and I still went home with him,
You
knowing, I
want
was like,
somebody
he's
to come
playing in
get
your
you. You
face.
know why? Because you love the tenacity of people coming to get you. You want
Mm.
somebody to come and get you so bad. Let me tell you this. I resonate with you more than you know, but I fixed my shit, friend. We're gonna fix yours too. I just
Please.
okay. And this is, let me tell you this in a
Hmm.
more toxic way. This is so crazy. I was talking to, long story short, one of my boo's was in town
Hmm.
and I was gonna cook for him.
Hmm.
And I was talking to my friend. She was like, "Damn, is it giving cook for him vibes? Like y'all ain't even really that there yet." I said
Hmm.
that man called me and said, "What's for dinner tonight?" I said, "I don't know. My assistant usually, sends me groceries. I don't know." He said,
Hmm.
"Figure that out." Bitch, I
Okay.
love when a nigga talk to me like that. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Tell me what you want me to do. And
Yep.
I know where that's from. And I know it
Mm.
ain't right. I know it ain't right.
Yeah.
I
I'm
know
the
it ain't
same
right.
way. I'm
But
the same
I
way.
like for you, baby, come get me. Tell me what you want me to do, how you want me to. He said,
Hmm.
figure that out. Say less.
Okay.
Baby, this is my time to shine.
And
This is
will.
my time to shine. Right. And that's the thing. But if you
Hmm.
do the work, you know how to navigate them kind of spaces, right?
Hmm.
Like, nigga, okay. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? But it's like, I know why that felt good to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love a chaperone. And this is effed up. I love
Hmm.
giving daddy vibes. I love the role play good girl fucking role. Tell me what
Same.
you want me to do. I'm
Same.
your little girl. I'll do it, baby. No problem. Bitch, I
Yep.
know I'm fucked up. I know I am.
I'm like, this is sick.
This is sick. But if you fix the shit, you know not how to be overcome by it, right? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I know I'm not just gonna let you abuse me and talk to me crazy, blah blah blah. I may be a little
Hmm.
toxic with you. Tell me what you want me to do. He said,
Hmm.
handle that. Bet. Bitches chicken in the fridge right now.
I got to marinate it. Matter of fact.
Period. Whole Foods downstairs.
Hmm.
Organic, farm raised. Say less.
Yeah.
But I know what my DNA. I know why that felt good to me. And all I'm saying
Hmm.
is, if you figure out why it feel good, then you can play a little game. Nobody's gonna play you. You can play it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm trying to learn that though. I'm trying to learn it.
Yeah.
I don't have the tools, and I feel like I'm trying to learn the game, even though I feel like I'm a little late to the party. Like, I know little 20-year-olds that got more game than me. I'm like, oh no. Like,
Yeah.
I think I'm trying to really learn the game. And so I think
Yeah.
sometimes I just want to know how to play it. But I'm gonna take your advice with him. I'm not gonna waste it on him. So when he reach out again, because he will, just ignore it.
Ignore
Just
that.
ignore it.
Ignore that. You already know why you feel that way. You already know. We already dissected why that's there. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And even just that, like the way that he pulled up on you too. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like that, we know why that felt good, right? You
Yep.
wanted somebody to come get you as a child. You wanted somebody to take you under
Mhm.
that wing and really like
Mhm.
be responsible for you. You know what I'm saying? But if
Mhm.
I say you gotta watch the dog to bring the bone, and it's like that we don't want that dog, but we
No.
want the bone. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And so you gotta
Yeah.
watch the dog that's bringing that bone, and we don't really want it from him in that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
No.
saying? And so, yeah, I think girl, Henny, baby, don't even.
Okay, leave that alone. Do you have any books? I don't really want to do therapy right now. That might sound toxic. I don't really want to do it right now. I don't know why. I just feel like I don't want to spend my money on that. Just wait a
I get
minute.
you. I get you. I got a few books, and I have the PDF download of them. I'm
Because
trying to
I'm
say,
like, let me write them down.
yeah. So, uh, first of all, Mel Robbins, Let Them Theory. We talked to them about this last week. Mel Robbins, Let Them Theory. We also
Okay.
got my little library over there on my show. But Why Men Love Bitches.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I have so many, so many. The other one is why. Hold on, let me say.
Mm-hmm.
Men don't like women like you.
Oh,
That's another one of my favorites. Oh
oh
my god,
my.
so good. Hold on, let me make sure I got it. Men
Men
don't
don't.
love women like you. It's by G.L. Lambert.
Okay.
So good.
Okay.
Also, The Power of Letting Go is a very good one. Let me see. Let me get all my books.
Okay.
Um, let's see. Oh,
Okay.
Attached. Attached is a very good one.
Just called attached.
It's called Attached.
I thought you said the old hoes be attached. I said that ain't what she said.
Attached.
Attached.
Attached. It's by Amir
Okay.
Levine.
Gary Levine. Okay.
Amir Levine is the name
Oh.
of it. I got so many. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck is another fave of mine. Oh
Okay.
my gosh, The Four Agreements. Girl, I gotta send you a list. I gotta send
Okay.
you a list.
Look, I'm keeping
Send
up
you a
though. I'm
list.
keeping up.
Um, I read a lot of like black folk stuff. Let's see. Let's start there.
Let's start there. Okay.
Yeah,
And I like reading. Okay, cool.
good. This is good.
Okay.
Oh,
All
also,
right.
is it Faith Jenkins, the judge?
Yeah, I like her. She
She,
harsh.
she got a book, and oh my god, I read it. I love it. I don't know why I'm blanking on it. Hold on, let me tell you this. I read it so good, and she talks about hold
Let
on.
me see Faith Jenkins' book.
I'm looking at it now. It's a good
Sis
Sis
Don't
Don't
Settle.
Settle. Yes, Sis Don't Settle. Very good. And girl, I got so many. But anyway, those are good start. Good start. Good start.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, whoever typed it out. Attach. Men don't like women like you. The subtle art of not giving a fuck. The Four Agreements. I love y'all. Let me say community, 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 community. I love that.
All right.
And I have some PDFs of them that I can send you if you have,
Oh, perfect.
yeah, like on your
Yeah.
phone or Kindle. So, uh, send me a DM
On IG or on here?
on IG and put I was on your live. You said you were gonna send me some books. That way I can search it.
You know, you came to Detroit the other day, and I was like, "Is that?" At first, I said, "Where's Tisia?" I'm like, "Bring her out." I'm so glad I stayed around, and I wish you would have spoken more. Cause I mean, I like the other folks, but you know, I had never heard of the tonight's conversation. Never heard of them. My friend was
Oh
like, "Why'd
wow!
you
So
go?"
you
I
came
said,
to
"I
the
don't
show?
know." I came to the show.
Oh nice! I did the first and the third pod in Detroit.
Okay, yeah. I came to the show just a couple days ago, and I enjoyed it, but I had no idea what it was.
Oh, I love that! I love that.
Okay, you said say
Just I was on your live and you said you were sending me some books.
you
Not us been
said,
on here for three. Why is it for 3 hours, y'all? 3 hours.
girl, look, we gotta go to bed.
We gotta go to bed. We gotta go to bed, and I'm about to go to bed, girl. I'm gonna make me a little snack, and I'm gonna go to bed.
All right. Well, thank you
Okay.
so
Thank you
much.
for being vulnerable and transparent. Thank you
Of
for you know
course.
I was gonna get to the bottom of this. Okay.
Well, I really didn't. I thought I would be quick in and out, but you see, the cheeks was getting red. You see where the nickname come from. I said, "Oh my God, why is she on my front porch?" But I didn't heard you be on everybody's front porch, so I don't know why I thought you wouldn't come to mine.
Well, I mean, honestly, that's what I always say. It's, once you learn your trauma, you could play with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
Yeah.
not affected of a man that really don't deserve dinner asking me to cook it. I want to cook it. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, and I'm not gonna be phased by it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
like, once you really learn and dissect your trauma, you really can. You can play a little game, but yeah, he ain't worth the
Okay.
game. Mm-mm.
Okay. I'm gonna leave him alone. That's all I needed, honestly.
Yes, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Anyways, y'all, this was good. Thank you for joining,
Yes.
Red. You
Of
have a good
course. See
night.
ya. My name is Sia, by the way, Sydney.
Sydney, Sydney. Okay, love that, love that.
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Sydney.
Bye,
Keep
you
it
all. Nice to
posted.
meet you too.
Uh-huh. Thank y'all for joining. Y'all, that was real cute. That was real cute. We was on here for 3 hours. That's a long time. That's a long time. That is a long time. I am going to save this live so it'll be posted on my Facebook, on my YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You know, I said y'all next week I'll have my sign. Like, you know, it's gonna be a real setup. I'm gonna have my makeup on. Y'all be looking real cute. Hopefully. Look, I don't know what the week gonna bring. But I'm gonna have things set up. I'm gonna have links to send and all kind of stuff. I gotta learn StreamYard a little bit better. So, anyways, y'all, thanks y'all to all that stayed. This was really good. We had a lot of positive updates and good vibes today. You know, not everybody got everything got to be truth is. I'm tired. Options are few. Okay, because the last live, everybody was crying. Y'all, I love to cry, y'all. You know, I love to cry, but everybody, you know. It was kind of it was heavier. And I feel like today was light. Today was light, and I love that for us. I love that for us. Anyways, y'all. Thank y'all for joining Dear Tisia Live. I will see y'all again next week, 8 p.m. EST. Subscribe to my channel, like, follow, listen to Dear Tisia on Apple and Spotify. Join my Secret Girls chat if you want to keep talking to me. Anyways, love y'all, mean it. Bye.